Yo, it's Sigma Prepper, where wisdom is the key. We're ready for the future, staying ahead and staying free. When the world goes dark, we won't be shedding a tear. We prep with our minds, never ruled by fear. It's not the list of preps, it's the knowledge we flex. Gaining understanding and solving what's next. No sitting by a fire, eating squirrels on sticks. We'll be navigating chaos using Sigma Prepper's tricks.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
SHTF, we break it down smart. From the big picture view to the detail in the parts. Drew Law's got you, his knowledge on tap. Real-time strategy, he cuts through the crap. From the high IQs to the tech we choose. We're ahead of the game, we never gonna lose. We stay prepared, never needing to fight. Join Sigma Prepper and we'll make it through the night.
It's seeing the signs, reading tomorrow through intelligent minds. Survival's more than just having a plan. It's about how you act when it all hits the fan. Join our Discord where knowledge is prime. The wolf pack's there for you every time. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. We're on a mission, there's no turning back. From crisis to strength, we'll survive the storm. It's knowing you've been able since the day you were born. Survival's an art, we sharpen the blade. We adapt, we survive, we're not afraid. Get yourself comfy for the Sigma Prepper show. The time is counting down and we're nearly good to go. Prepare your mind, cause intelligence is the key. Owning our instincts, we don't freeze, fight or flee. Knowledge is power, it's the ultimate force. No following the herd, we just create a new course. From a single lone woman to a family of 5. Learn from Sigma Prepper and see how you can thrive.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed. Support me on Patreon to gain the edge. Discounts and freebies, just make a pledge. The countdown's done, it's time to go. Sigma Preppers Live, let's start this show.
Welcome Wolfpack 2025 first Campfire Catch-up back in the house. You know how we do. Thank you to each and every one of you. Really appreciate you being with me. I'm Drew, this is the Sigma Prepper channel. You haven't come to the wrong place. This is exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you to everyone for being with us. Really appreciate you. So wow, what a Christmas and New Year it has been. So for those that are only just coming back out of, you know, hibernation and looking around out of the whole, you know, being completely and utterly you know, it's like Sunday every day for like a week, right? And getting over that. And I've been working solidly through it all. Of course, we did the Christmas Eve, the Christmas Day show special, plus we had the New Year's Eve special show, which was a 7-hour live stream stretching across 7 time zones. So thank you to everyone who's joined in with all of the fun. Plus, of course, I launched the 2025 promo video on January the 1st as well. And I don't think we've really done an awful lot since all that, to be honest. I'm not sure. I can't actually, it's all a bit of a blur. So let us know what I'm missing. I'm just putting out a few things, a little bit lastminute.com, but you know how we do. That's how we like to do. Thank you to everyone who's joining us live. So yeah, the live shows, what did we have? That was it, wasn't it? The 2025, you know, live show special. We had the Kelly Kettle in the Woods as well, of course, the night before that. So yeah, we had it all going on, and of course videos. We had the 2025 promo video. Definitely go and check that out. Took a long time to put that together. And then today I launched this, which is the exclusive for the VIP Patreon and YouTube members, the Winter Prepping Guide by Sigma Prepper. Yes, indeed. Looks like this. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I did put a video out on YouTube as well. We'll maybe have a little sneak peek at it a bit later on. But that is out today, 7th of January, the Winter Prepping Guide. Better late than never. But yeah, it should be received well. Thank you to those that have already had a look through it, downloaded it, and had a good old chew through it. Thank you to all of our Discord members. Thank you to John C. I've read Sigma Prepper's Winter Prepping Guide and enjoyed it very much. I think even people who have been prepping for years would do well to read it. I'm pondering over it now, and I'm about to add to my winter car kit something that I hadn't thought of. Thanks, Drew. Absolutely, you are welcome. Thank you, John C, for supporting the channel the way you do as a VIP Patreon member. So thank you, really appreciate you. Thank you as well to Parko11, who's just joined as a newest member of our Wolfpack over on the Discord community server. It's a wealth of information, absolute knowledge base, prep and intel. Check it out. I'm going to need to put in here something education, knowledge. I'll pop in there the book, the winter preparedness guide and stuff as well. So thank you to everyone joining in the fun. Really appreciate you all being here. I think first in the chat tonight was Miss Worm. See you all later. I hope now is later. Paul J. Williams in the house with us. Look at it, showing off his custom emojis as a sanctioned YouTube member. Really appreciate you being with us. Robert McNamara, I hope things are well with you. Thank you for feeding us with the pictures of going through a storm over in Missouri. Robert's been having it big time with wind and stuff, causing damage to his property and his RV. We'll maybe have a look at some of those pictures later on. Thank you to Robert for keeping us live and up to date, and I hope everything's all right with you and the family. Sandy, my darling, in the house. We've got local prepper as well with us. Great to see you, my man. And John C, thank you again for your kind words regarding the book. Pedigree Mongrel, one of our moderators. Great to see you, my man, as well as Sandy, one of our moderators. Great to see you, man. Trade as well with us tonight. Hello, Trade. And I think we've got to the end. No, we haven't. Sorry, silly me. Oh, I need to do live chat, not top chat as well, so it doesn't root out people's comments, because it tends to do that sometimes. Probably going to miss some people now. Meaty Boy in the house. Yes, I have. Mark Carpenter I missed. And Reese Amiga. Do apologise. I don't know what's going on. My thing doesn't seem to want to scroll, which is really annoying when it does that. Purple Flurple's with us as well, and Emma. Thank you everyone for being with us. I really appreciate you. Don't forget, the only way we can really grow this channel now seems to be by sharing it on your social media and getting your friends and family involved and other people that are into that kind of thing. And to everyone who's here already, cheers to you. Love, peace and progress to the pack, and happy 2025. God, we got some stuff to get through tonight. You know, we got so much to get through. I don't even think we're going to be doing the full-on agenda, which we'd normally do, where we have things like the Sigma Mindset quotes. I can't remember if I set that up before for a show that I never ended up doing two or three nights ago. I just had to get this book finished, and it's been writing. And do you know what? I can barely even see anymore. I feel like I need to wear my glasses when I didn't need to before. So, oh dear, we've got some mini eggs as well out in the shops now. So obviously giving you an indication of the kind of time of year. Next up is Easter, clearly. I haven't had a Cadbury's cream egg yet this year. Let us know if you have live in the chat. Anonymity's with us tonight. Great to see you. Full of Hope as well. Thank you so much for your generosity, Full of Hope. It's because of you that so many people are able to benefit from the new Sigma Prepper Winter Prepping Guide as launched today. Lich. Should we do a little zoomy? And we can control and scroll a wheel. You can see, look, published today. Lich. 7th of January 2025, right? So this is the winter prepping guide that just launched today to the VIP Patreon members and the YouTube members. And talking of YouTube members, that's why I thank Full of Hope, because she's gifted quite a few. Full of Hope's gifted quite a few memberships to people, which means that they have now inadvertently or subsequently benefited from gaining free access to the download that I've just launched today. So if you have been gifted by Full of Hope or Della, or I think Sandy didn't a few other people donate and gift some memberships, then you might as well take advantage of that and find the post on my YouTube channel and download that PDF right now while you still can. So thank you everyone for being with us. Purple Flurple, going to take some recovery. She's not been well, so lovely to see you with us. As soon as while the countdown was going, Perps, I saw your name pop up, and I had a little heart full of joy. I hope JD's well as well, my darling. Band again with us, and Silver Gold Coin Game in the house. Evening to you. Antonia as well. Thank you for your kind comments on the YouTube videos. I really appreciate it, my darling. It does help to get it pushed out there. Like I say, sharing this on your social media is the only way to get our wolf pack together. Two of my thingy-bobs, I didn't get any notifications about me going live, but never mind. Emma, my darling, isn't it gorgeous too? What's gorgeous? What have I missed? Sorry, this is the problem with cutting into people's conversations halfway through. Don't end up a snowman when the big freeze comes. Well, it's more about when the SHTF don't end up around a campfire eating squirrels on sticks, right? Which is partly the Single Prepper tagline. We want to be, we want to be surviving the apocalypse in style is the plan, right? We don't want to be going out like that. That's why we're here, right? Because we're going to be surviving in style and in comfort. Maya says hello to everyone, and everyone says hello back to Maya, my darling. Lovely to see some pictures of you, Maya, as well. Really appreciate seeing the family pics and things. Oh, check out Full of Hope gifted 5 Wolfpack members. Whoosh! So that's more people gaining access to the newly launched today winter prepping guide. There's even more reasons to become a member now in there, Full of Hope. But yeah, lovely. Look, Telda Boy. By the way, for those that don't know, when YouTube memberships are gifted out, right, you can hit the join button. That's how you join, starting from $3.99 a month, right? And you gain access to behind the scenes videos and, things like this. But YouTube dishes them out randomly for those the people that wonder, oh, why is Full of Hope sending me a gifted membership? It's just randomly done, and it's because she's lovely, right? She's like epic member of the Wolfpack over here on the Single Prepper channel. Look, Bradley Smith from Australia. We know Bradley Smith. Happy twos, nearly. I need to put my glasses on. I've been writing that book for literally the last couple of... Well, I've been writing it for months, right? But I've been writing particularly full on in the last couple of weeks. I can barely see anymore. James Pedersen as well in the house. Great to have you on board as a member. Full of Hope, what an absolute babe. Thank you so much, my darling. I really appreciate your generosity and helping people to gain access to things like the winter prepping guide. It's kind of like a soft launch for the ultimate prepping guide, which is 350 pages. This one that you see here is 42 pages, small or big, depending on how you look at it. We scoot down to the bottom. Every page is beautiful, obviously, because I made it. But yeah, where are we? Page 42. Of course, Hugo Bear had to have his little place in it, right? Hugo has to feature, he is the channel mascot after all, right? It's so lovely to see you all. Don't breathe the fog, says Band again. Oh man, do you know what? I've seemed to have managed to get away without having the whole feeling ill and cold-like symptoms. I seem to have done quite well steering clear of that. But yeah, a lot of people saying that since the fog, because it wasn't just America or UK, it was on several places had the fog that seemed weird and people felt it was out of place, lasted longer than normal, things like this. Carolyn Rose in the house, great to see you, my darling. I hope you're well. I hope things are well in Australia, my darling. PDF is gorgeous. Oh, I see. It's the PDF that's gorgeous, not me. Oh, I thought you were referring to me, girlfriend. PDF is gorgeous. I'm all about layouts as well as the quality of... Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I spent half my life running a media company as a graphic designer. So it's nice for me to be able to use my skills from other things to be able to put it together along with the knowledge and things of prepping and survival over the years to be able to put it all together and offload that to everybody in something like a interactive ebook, which I believe is the best way to consume something like that. And so yeah, I'm glad you're liking it. Actually, squirrels might be a delicacy to some. It might be when there's nothing else left, like, I'll be much happier with my fruit salad, my tinned fruit salad, my ambrosia rice pudding, and other little creature comforts in my preps, rather than squirrels on sticks. Oh dear, how did you make out in the storms? Yeah, Daily Survival's got some epic snow. She sent me some... We were chatting yesterday. She thankfully spent the time going through the winter prepping guide, you know, looking for typos and stuff like that. Thank you to Magic Hand, by the way, on 2 accounts, my beautiful Magic Hand. Mr. Sigma Prepper. First one for my new jumper. Yeah, this is from Magic Hand, one of my Christmas presents. What do you think? Huh? Beautiful, huh? Yeah. How could you resist? How you doing? We need to do the how you doing test. So thank you Magic Hand for that, but also thank you Magic Hand. She spotted a few. Okay, just so you know, when I write these sort of guides and books and things like that, I've got my corporate business kind of thing that I do with more sort of business strategy guides, marketing guides, right? But when I do the writing, I tend to try and do things in the American USA language because it's more globalized and because, you know, my audience is very much a global audience. And so Magic Ham spotted the only typo she could find, and let me know those that have seen it already and getting the sneak peek as the VIP Patreon members and the YouTube members. If you do spot any spelling mistakes or typos, do let me know. This is like a soft launch, right? So please do let us know if you see anything. But Magic Hand found tire. I'd spelt tire twice using the American spelling, and I'd spelt it twice using the British spelling. T-Y-R-E is how we spell it in the UK. T-I-R-E is how you spell it in America. So thank you to Magic Hand for spotting that one. But yeah, thank you very much for being with me. I really appreciate you all. We're going to go through some bits and pieces. Furry shirts I got for Christmas has banned again. You look very handsome. Love the sweater. Oh, thank you. You're just saying that. You're just saying that. Outlaw Duke Gamers as well. Don't eat the reds. Just eat the grey squirrels. What, we got to be picky now? We got to be choosy over our squirrels? I'm telling you, I'm much better off with my ambrosia rice pudding and stuff. Have you chopped firewood? We've got some firewood on a pallet, which I steal from for the bushcraft. When I go out and do like bushcraft, I'll often take some emergency wood in case it's all damp or something and I need to have a clean fire with not a lot of smoke when I'm solo camping stealth, right? I've got like quarters of wood. We bought a pallet of it for like firewood, you know, for the home. And every now and again I'll steal a couple of blocks out of that and take it with me as a backup, and then I can split that down for the Kelly kettle. But I haven't got any. I have got a wood chopping block, which I was amazed at how much that cost a couple of years ago. It was something like £30 for literally a block of wood cut from a tree to chop wood on. It was like, what? But no, we haven't used our open fire this year. But we do have an open fire that we did pay several £100s many years ago. Not that many years ago, but we paid several £100s to have our chimney cleared. And funnily enough, this came up with a conversation. Was it yesterday, Daily Survivor? We were chatting and having one of our mission briefs. And Daily Survivor was talking about that. Few of us can confirm this man never stops working his backside off, even behind the scenes. Yeah, I was going to say I'm like a swan, but I'm not like a swan at all. But you know what, that's that thing where they have all the legs underneath going, but on the surface you look cool. Except I don't look cool on the surface. It's struggle. It's always a struggle. Oh dear. Purple Flurb, lovely to have you with us. I think we've got everyone, have we? I think so. Give me ambrosia any day, innit? With a little bit of strawberry jam mixed in. Jobs are good. That's how we like it. Right, tomorrow we need to talk about this as well, right? Alert. Hold on. There we go.
Alert.
Hold on. Alert.
This is not a test.
Because it's not a test indeed, right? But tomorrow is Wednesday. What's going on? We've got some... We've got... What do you call it when you get spookies? Got the ghoulies, is it? Gremlins. Got gremlins going on, right? Tomorrow is Wednesday, so it means that we got the Warzone Wednesday, which we haven't had for a couple of Wednesdays, don't forget, because of course we've had Christmas, which didn't feel appropriate, and then we had New Year's Day, which didn't feel appropriate, both falling on a Wednesday, right? So we've taken 2 weeks off from the Warzone Wednesday, and it's all kicking off, and we need to be getting right into it back where we were, right? So how do we survive World War III? Don't forget, this is a weekly series that we do. We're on episode 5 now. We've got a podcast list on the YouTube channel. You'll also see the last video we did listed in the description of this video below. You can watch that afterwards to catch up, right? And we've been talking week by week about the sorts of things that we can expect to see in a full-on World War III scenario, but more importantly, ways that we can mitigate that, prepare against it, and so on, right? So we've got that coming up tomorrow. So I wanted one of the things that we talk about tonight to be figuring out which part of it that we want to talk about tomorrow, right? Because there's an awful lot of elements of surviving World War III, for those that aren't aware, to get through, right? Now, I've had one of my entire Sigma Prepper folder has reset itself over the last few days, which is quite annoying. But what I want to do is to put open, is to jump. This is what we want. So, just to recap, because this is what I want us to sort of partly think about tonight, is we looked at what we're doing basically is each week on the Warzone Wednesdays, we're going through week by week and we're picking off the warfare tactics, right? And so this is what we were essentially doing, is we go through the conventional, 4th dimensional and 5th dimensional. We usually do a recap each week for those that are joining us new. But we go through the individual warfare tactics that would be considered, in this case, conventional warfare. So we've got land warfare, naval warfare, aerial. Now, what we do is each week we pick off one of these and we discuss it in depth on the Wednesday, right? And we wear our onesies on the Warzone Wednesday. So it's Warzone Wednesday in onesies. Because it's important that we stay super, super comfortable, right, in our bedroom attire, right, while we're talking about something quite as uncomfortable as surviving World War III. But that's just how it is. So if you don't think you can handle it, then, you know, maybe take the night off. But if you can handle it, get your bedroom attire on, get your onesie on, join us for the Warzone Wednesday. And we'll be talking about one of these. Now, this is 4th dimensional warfare tactics. This will be things like guerrilla warfare, asymmetric warfare, resource warfare. We are seeing some of these already. Weather warfare, potentially. Space warfare, physical. There's been quite a few launches of satellites by Russia and China that are designed primarily to take out other people's satellites, let's say. Happy too, Sandy. We've also got the proxy warfare, which we've got going on in full effect right now in various places that I don't need to mention the names of. Economic blockades, we're also seeing sabotage warfare as well going on. And of course, 5th dimensional, what we've done from here is the first one I think we did was the drone warfare, right? Everyone really enjoyed that one. And then the last one before Christmas we did was the electromagnetic warfare. So what we need to do is, I don't mind if you want to throw it out there in the live chat, if there's one of these that you want to get into in more detail for tomorrow, because I can just kind of do it on the fly, if you know what I mean. If you let me know what you want to talk about, I can talk about any one of these quite happily. So not just these, obviously, and the 4th dimensional as well. And a conventional, which is pretty basic. But again, nuclear warfare is something we need to talk about. Bio and chemical warfare is definitely something we need to talk about. Is it something that will happen? Don't know. Trench warfare. You can see a lot of that right now with the Ukraine-Russia situation. There's a lot of videos coming out of there from the trenches to see what it's like and what you're up against. And of course, with the drone element been added to it recently, it's kind of not a good look, right? So we'll be getting into that in loads of detail tomorrow, as we have been doing on the Wednesdays. But of course, I would like your feedback going forward into sort of, and just throw out there anything that tickles your fancy. Happy to, my darling. In terms of what you want to get into. Otherwise, if not, then I'll just choose something tomorrow and I'll create the show around it. Hey, Miss Worm, great to see you, my darling. Have you taken advantage of your YouTube membership and downloaded my brand newly launched today winter prepping guide, my darling? Have you? I thought you may appreciate it. You could do one of your narrations. So anyway, that was launched today, Miss Worm. So I don't know if you've downloaded it and had a good old read through yet. It's 42 pages long, so I hope you enjoy it, but definitely get it downloaded because it's not going to be there forever. AI would be my pick. Some clarity is needed on this at the moment. Yeah, do you know, that's a good point. That's a good point. Psychological warfare, good one, all part of the 5th dimensional warfare tactics. Thank you, Daily Survival. Keep the old links flowing. Really appreciate it. Look at the love for Miss Worm coming in. Bumstar. Banned again. I've been brought back to Earth with a bump. Last August, we've seen 50 degrees centigrade for 3 days in a row. Average temp was 47.7 centigrade, which is pretty epic. Way over 100 Fahrenheit, right? Hit the like button if you forgot. What an absolute wonderful shout. I do appreciate you helping to support the channel that way. And of course, by sharing the video is another way to help support Sigma Prepper if you can't be a Patreon member, or you can't be a YouTube member, or you can't do super chats or whatever. Liking the videos and sharing the videos on your social media is a great way of doing it as well. Robert in the house. My truck was completely encapsulated in ice. I had a tarp over the windshield but forgot about the door jambs. So I know you're not supposed to, but I poured hot water and it did the trick. Okay, just so everyone knows why you're not supposed to pour hot water. If you've ever seen what happens if you pour hot water on your windscreen or on your car windows when they're frozen with ice on them, you've got a major expansion contraction thing that happens instantaneously. And the glass is very rarely able to handle that speed of expansion going from cold to hot. And of course things expand and contract, and when glass expands it cracks and shatters. So don't be putting hot water out the kettle on your windscreen, because it'll go tsh, and then you won't have a windscreen at all. So be aware of that. Yeah, big time shatter. I have, thank you. I've just made Mr. Worm buy a high vis for the car, vest for the car. Oh, brilliant. Do you know, Miss Worm, do you know, when I was researching it several months ago, because there's parts of it that were going to be in my ultimate prepping guide. In some countries in Europe, Miss Worm, it's actually required by law that you not just have a high vis jacket in the car, but in fact that you have one for each passenger too in the car, by law. It's a little bit like in a boat in the UK, right? If you're in a boat, legally you have to have n number of life jackets per n number of people on the boat. So if you've got 10 people on the boat, you need to show that you've got 10 life jackets. And in some countries, Miss Worm, it's the same with high-vis jackets. For those that don't know what she's talking about, we're talking about the Sigma Prepper that I launched today, the winter prepping guide, right? And in fact, if we can just click on the chapter here, winter vehicle kit, right? And in here is the whole list of bits and pieces recommended to have in your car. And this is what she's chatting about here, look, the high visibility vest or jacket. To ensure you're seen by other drivers or emergency service. I didn't bother writing anything about the fact that it's like legally required in some countries. But when stranded on the side of the road in winter conditions, visibility is crucial for your safety, Mr. Worm. A high visibility vest jacket or jacket ensures that other drivers and emergency responders can see you, even in low light or poor weather conditions like snow, fog or heavy rain, which typically is what we get in winter. Reflective materials catch headlights, reducing the risk of accidents and making it easier for rescuers to locate you quickly. And it means that you avoid getting maced and tased by the popo. Yeah? Subject to what country you're in. By the way, I had to use my Olight head torch. It's my favourite one. This is the one that I use, the H2R, as featured here. No, there's no affiliation with Olight or anything like that. I just think they're beautiful head torches or headlamps. Warning triangle. I must admit, we don't have a warning triangle. Mrs. Sigma Prepper hasn't got one in her car. Again, in France and other European countries, I don't know about America, but in European countries, a warning triangle is required by law anyway to have in your vehicle, and spare headlight bulbs as well. So there's loads of stuff in there. We'll maybe get into it a little bit later on in more detail for those that aren't a V.I.P Patreon member or a YouTube member to be able to download it for free. Sorry about your luck. Cynthia Guarnota in the house, my absolute darling. I know I've already thanked you, but I'm going to thank you again for my wonderful snail mail. Oh no, that's the envelope. Okay, it's here. It's got buried. Not buried, it's just underneath my mini eggs. Thank you so much, my darling. This was the snail mail from Cynthia Guaranota, right? It's so colourful. She's so cool. Yeah. Look at how artistic she is. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you so very much. And 10 foldable dollar sheets. $10. Thank you so much, my beautiful one. I really appreciate you. Cynthia Guaranota in the house. Happy New Year to you. Love to you. I really appreciate you being part of the Wolfpack. My Sigma girlfriend. Emma in the house. I wore the head torch to walk my dog. Otherwise, I'd be... you'd be a ditch or in a ditch, Emma. I'll tell you what, I do like a head torch. I've never seen the point of having a handheld thing, like you say, Emma, when I take Hugo Bear out into the woods. And just where you turn, even if I'm on my push bike, on my mountain bike or e-bike, I'd actually prefer to have a head torch on than I do have it mounted on the handlebars. Just because, you know, you're looking around and I tend to go through the woods at night, at midnight and things, do crazy stuff like that and doing jumps over mud patches and, you know, through the woods at 1 o'clock in the morning, just because that's the kind of thing I do. And again, head torch, you know, look around and stuff, much prefer it. And as I say, the My O light, even though it's the most expensive torch or flashlight I've ever bought, really. I think it's about £85, $100 I think it was. But I've never bought one since, and before I bought that, I must have bought about 6 head torches of different flavours. I do tend to prefer going with the 18650 cell-based torches versus the AA or the AAA cells. I much prefer 18650. But so lovely to see you with us, Cynthia Guaranota. Last time I used a warning triangle, someone ran over it. Classic. I love you more, Cynthia Guaranota. Innit? She did a proper sparkles on that one. Hive vest and a clipboard is all you need to rule the world. And a hard hat, Miss Worm. Don't forget the hard hat. And then you're properly meaning Bidney. Yeah, people do anything you tell them to do. My fat fingers, I need an interpreter. I'm sure they're not that large. Oh, yeah, you see, John C's got a baseball cap light. Oh, is that the O-Light baton? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. That's not the one that clips onto the front of the baseball cap, is it? I was working for Air Ambulance at the time. I failed to take over. Ms. Worms talking to. Savage Lee in the house. Surfing. Keep it awesome. And you too, my man. And you too. Flare gun too. I bought my flare gun at a place called Walmart. $20. American. Like it. See, look, band again. Me and a guy I was with in a car had high-vis jackets. We came across a road accident and jumped out and became traffic controllers. People did what we told them. Did they get out their wallets and pay you the toll money? You got to pay a toll. Oh, wow, look, check out Full of Hope. My Czech friend must put chains on tyres. Slash tyres. See what she did there? American. Not American. My Czech friend must put chains on tyres. It's the law. Otherwise, you're going to get maced and tased by the popo. Thank you for that one. Good to see. Mr. Worm was excited about his obligation torch for Christmas. Yeah, I was wondering how that came down. You see Robert there saying it's all right. He knows what he's doing. He's keeping the hot water off the glass and the metal bits. We were talking about not pouring boiling hot water on your glass to get the ice off it. And you know, warm water actually freezes quicker than cold water, if you didn't know that. Tucked by V1 in the house. Great to see you. So here's the thing, right? I've got loads of things to show you. It's not even funny, and we've just been chatting about whatever. So what we need to do is to have a little butchers and some of the things that are just random things over Christmas and New Year that over New Year, should I say, that I haven't really shared with you. Never have I. Give yourself 1 point for each thing you haven't done. I haven't actually looked through this, but I thought it would be interesting to do together. I might have one of my mini eggs, and I also need to have a sip of my tea. Love, peace, and progress. To the pack. Links to the merch. Official merch. In the description below. Hopefully, after I've sold 10... Or after people have gratefully bought 10 mugs, I'll have enough money to buy my own mug. I'd like to get the black one next. Thank you, everyone. But I am going to have a mini egg or two while we're having a look at this. So give yourself 1 point for each thing you haven't done. Let's have a look. Skip school. So does that mean I don't get a point for it? I have skipped school. Not on a frequent basis. Broken a bone. I have broke a bone. Collarbone. Fired a gun. No. As in yet. Done drugs. Yeah. Been in a limo. No. So I get a point. Have I been in a limo? I've been in a private limo. Okay, I guess that counts. Got on a tattoo. No, I get a point for that. No tattoos. I'm pure. Not even a single piercing. Ridden a horse. I really want to in the whole wide world, but haven't yet. Sung karaoke. Done that. I got stitched up for karaoke. First time I ever did karaoke in a nightclub. I was about 16. You're supposed to be 18 to be in a nightclub in the UK. I was 16. And one of my best mates, Clint, who subsequently passed away from the, you know what, heart attack. He stitched me up to do, what was it called? Something like, what's the thing about the pajama thing running up and down the stairs? 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. It was something crazy like that no one was ever going to be. Anyway. Got on a ticket. Yeah. Been arrested. Yeah. When I was about 14. Gone ziplining. Yeah. Not a massive one. Been on TV. Yeah. Been on a cruise. No. Yeah, give me another point. We're going to be comparing points after this. Got on a piercing. No. Smoked, yeah. Met a celeb, yeah. Been skydiving, no. We've got a gate. We've got 5. Had a one night stand, yeah. Skinny dip, yeah. Been drunk, yeah. So I've got basically 5 points out of that. So if you want to see who's the naughtiest, how does that work? I suppose the more points you've got, the gooder you are. Is that how it works? Give yourself 1 point for each thing you haven't done. Yeah. So the more points you got, the more gooder you are. Is basically how that's working. Let us know how you got on live in the chat in terms of your points. Fuck me, look, Tuck BIV1's got 13. What did I end up with? 5. Pedigree Mongrel's on 5 as well. Look, Mark Carpenter got 9. Am I a really bad boy? Not 11, actually 9. I'm more debauched than I thought. Banana splits, that's it, full of hope. Banana splits. Oh god, imagine that in front of like 1,000 people in a nightclub on a Sunday night. Singing that for the first time you've ever done a karaoke, and I'm super shy sort of a guy. You wouldn't think it, but that's part of my autism, my neurodivergence, and I've had to train myself to get over it. I can do these shows because I'm not standing in front of 1,000 people. I'm standing in front of a webcam. Oh dear. Never been arrested. How about you? Yeah, I got arrested. Me and my mates were playing around with WD-40. You know the cans of WD-40 oil spray. I shouldn't laugh because it's not funny. It's irresponsible, and no one should ever do this. But we were doing them as like flamethrowers and that in the park. It's pretty awesome. Don't do it. It's dangerous. And you can get arrested for doing it. But anyway, me and my mate Barry was there, and Turtle, and a few others. And yeah, we were basically playing around with that, and we were spraying like the metal park benches and stuff. And I was about 14, my mate was about 15, and the cops come along, and someone had called the police, basically seeing people playing around with flamethrowers, right? So anyway, they arrested us, and our parents had to come and pick us up from the police station. Oh man. Anyway, just in case you wanted to know, Paul C, 15, or is that no tats, no arrest? No, I mean, I don't know if you call that an arrest. I mean, I've done jury service 3 times in a row, so obviously it's not a thing. I win or lose depending on how you look at it. Why? What did you get out of that one, Daily? I didn't see what you came out with. I expect 3 points. 5 points. 13 points. I've done half of them. Oh dear. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. This is another one actually from New Year's Eve. Check it out. This was in London and somebody took off in their drone, right, at midnight and just basically... Oh no, this isn't the drone one, sorry. This is somebody up on a thingy-bob somewhere. But this is looking around London while all the fireworks are going off all at the same time. How cool is that? There's another one as well. I don't think I downloaded it for you to show you. But there's another one as well that shows somebody goes up in a drone and they're like looking around the city at midnight basically with the fireworks going off. Cynthia Guaranotta knew what it was. Antonio on 7. $11 points will be... I'm just catching up with live chat. Skinny dipping is so free. Do you know I've got a picture of me skinny dipping in Greece. Okay, sorry, let's crack on. Next one. This is interesting. Check this out if you remember this. This is the sounds. This is the sounds of back in the day. Let us know how annoying that sound is to you. Internet dial-up, 1995 this is. Doesn't that remind you of the AOL days? Let me know if those sounds bring back memories for you. I know they certainly do for me. Oh, I missed that sound, says Daily Survival. Full of Oat remembers it. Yeah, I thought you'd like that one. I've got one of an old 1995 or Windows 95 computer booting up as well, which is quite funny. It's like just the sound of the hard drive going grrr, grrr. Check out, we like to celebrate how cool humans are. Look at this one. Check out what this dude and this lady's able to do. It's quite impressive. You'll see she goes properly on tiptoes on his shoulders, but then she goes wallop. Just to show off. Let's skip it. Look. Lich tippy toes on his shoulder. Look how epic that is. I don't know who's got to do the most work there. I don't know who's got the hardest job. I think equally both got a pretty hard job there. Let us know what you think about that. But I thought that's pretty impressive, and I like to celebrate humans' wonderfulness. Free serve. Bradley Smith in the house. Great to see you, my man. Did you see Full of Hope gifted you membership, my man? So it means that you can now download the Sigma Prepper, as just revealed and released today, only to the members as well. Right? The Sigma Prepper Winter Prepping Guide. Get it downloaded, man. PDF interactive, 42 pages worth, completely free for you. So you might as well grab it while it's hot. Although it's quite cold in winter. Sweet dial-up music. Isn't the human body capable of such awesome beauty? I'm glad that you equally appreciate such things. Super impressive. What else have I got for you? Another demonstration of humans' awesomeness. Check it out. This is the catch of the year. Look at this as a save. Look, she was going way off there. Did you see? Look at whoever this dude is, right? Respect with gang signs and the letter K type of respect to this dude's reaction times. The coach. I mean, that's like out of nowhere. I spent so many years in one of these gymnasiums. I was a county level gymnast back in the day, like pommel horse, rings, parallel bars, stuff like that. I've seen a lot of things go wrong in a gym over my years in gymnasiums, yeah. And I've seen similar saves like that, but they're usually from the balance bar and stuff. That's my chat line. Grab it while it's hot. Grab it while it's hard. Grab it while it's hard. I never tried on point here to someone's shoulder yet. Do I get a point for that? You might do, actually. Respecta does that. What we want next? What else we got? I don't even remember what these are until they're open. Oh yeah, check it out. We love wildlife as well here on the Single Prepper channel. Please hit the like button if you haven't done already. If nothing else, just because you feel sorry for me, right? But check this little lad out. I mean, look at the size of it. He mean bidney. It's got music. He means business, look. How cool is it? Just feeding him carrots. I want to feed it carrots. Yeah? Let me know if you want to feed it some carrots. Look at his little face. I'd have to give it a boop. You'd have to give it a nose boop. Innit? Who could do that without giving it a nose boop? But look at the size of this thing, man. It's as high as the car. I've never seen one of these in real life. Look at that. Bosh. Have some of it. Beautiful creatures, man. It goes to show, if you hit one of those in the car, you're going to be doing some damage to you and the car. And it. So, try not to. Very tasty. Are you talking about eating it? Or are you talking about being empathetic to the reindeer? It's not a reindeer though, whatever it's called. A buck. No, he wants a buck. Nose poop, oh yes, definitely. Yeah. Are you talking about eating it though, Robert? Or are you talking about how yummy the carrots are to it? I don't know, it could be either, knowing Robert. Oh man. What we got here? Oh, this is interesting. This is, by the way, for those that don't know, it's just landing here accidentally, which never happens because YouTube doesn't let anyone find this channel accidentally. You got to really mean it if you end up finding the Single Prepper channel. You got to be hunting high and low to get past all the gates and all the security that are put in your way to basically not find me, right? But just so you know, the Campfire Catch-ups is basically just me talking nonsense for a couple of hours, right? It's a catch-up, right? But anyway, you are given $1 million to hide a paperclip from a detective. He has 7 days to find it. Where are you hiding it? These are like the tests you get given with, like, as a neurodivergent, and you come out with weird shit apparently. But I mean, I'd like to say, let me know live in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching this after after it went live. Cheers to you if you are. I've just seen some stuff down here I haven't shown you yet. We got survival gear review as well. So, why haven't we got the alert list going on here anyway? I think we have. So I'd be interested, I mean, I don't know, you're not going to want to say it in the live chat or in the comments, but I'd be interested to hear your ideas on where you would hide the paperclip if you've got, like, if you've got $1 million, right? There's $1 million riding on it as to how important it is that it's not found. Now, this is a really good exercise for you to think through as a prepper and as a survivalist, because this is going to come into play, believe me, when it hits the fan. You're going to want these sorts of skills to hide things, right? And keep things safe and hidden. It's a good skill, and it is a skill, believe it or not, right? There's ways to think about these problems to solve. Right, so this is why I'm throwing it out to you now, because I just want to inspire you and get your juices flowing to consider if it was worth $1 million to you, right? You had to hide a paperclip from a detective and he's got 7 days to find it. Where are you hiding it? So we're assuming here it's in your property somewhere. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts if you don't feel like it's going to compromise your hidey holes. Yeah? I bet they added a few more pads to the floor after that catch. Yeah, it was a good catch, wasn't it? We're talking about matey boy catching matey girl off the thingy bob. I love feeding critters. I'd bring him a bag of treats. Isn't it just? That thing would total a car. Big time, Pedigree Mongrel. Big time. We're talking about the big old thing. Hide it in your prison locker. Prison locker. What's a prison locker? I don't know what a prison locker is. Make a nice barbecue afterwards, though. Stick it on a rocket. Back of his collar. Is he good looking? Who are we talking about here? The detective. I'd unfold it and stick it along the arm of my specs. Like it, like it. My first instinct was also to unfold it into a straight thing. I'm hiding it somewhere off a bus route. I think it's got to be on your property to make it exciting and fun. Oh, it's just too easy. Send the paperclip to yourself by Royal Mail 48 hour. Are you invisible, Carolyn Rose? Why are you invisible, my darling? I've got no idea how to download with Brilliant. Can anyone let me know where the link is to download? Oh, it's VIP Patreon or YouTube member. You'll see it. So I can, yeah, so I will release it to everyone else who isn't a supporter in that way. I just haven't decided how that's going to happen yet, that's all. But it's lovely to see you, Carolina. I'd love to send it to you. Sorry, I've just scooted up because Carolyn was wondering if I saw her, so I obviously have missed one of her comments. I've got mine on live chat, not top chat, by the way, so it shouldn't be through my ear like an earring. You could hide it in plain sight, Emma, couldn't you? Just wear it. Is paperclip up the ass a skill? It could be a UK prepper. Great to see you, my man. Happy 2025. I hope you're well. Have you had a look through the winter prepping guide yet, Mike? I'll be interested to hear your feedback. I'm not sure. I've only just seen you, but yeah, the winter prepping guide is now out as of today. It was launched, 42 pages worth. So go and check it out, Mike, if you haven't seen it. I hope it finds you well. Obviously, you're a VIP Patreon member as well as YouTube member, so you've got two different places you can find the link to grab it. To be honest, if you're super savvy, right? If you're super savvy, I did make this in a way. I did make it in a way to be. If you know what you're doing, to be honest, you could just hit. You could hit pause and do something with the old QR code up there if you were really savvy. That's just saying. I would hide it in the paperclip tray, says Daniel Vash. Isn't it? Great to see you, Daniel. Thanks for joining in the live chat. Do you know, they were on TikTok anonymity. I did actually have a video. I don't think I downloaded it to share though. Of one of loading a Spectrum game. It was loading. It was loading one I used to play as well. A ZX, the Rubber Key Spectrum. Classic, man. Classic. I'm not hiding it at Dunkin' Donuts. Flat Cap Gaming with us as well tonight. Great to see you. Melted into a candle, says Paul C. Like it. Like your thinking. Brace for teeth. Again, hiding it in plain sight. Really like it. I like your thinking. For those that are joining us now, we're talking about if you were given $1 million, right? It was worth $1 million for a detective to not find it. Where would you hide a paperclip? If you had, if you had to hide it from a detective and he's going to have 7 days to find it. And we're assuming it's on your property somewhere, in your house somewhere, to make it interesting. I'd buy 100,000 worth of paper clips and hide it amongst them. Keep the 900 grand for the preps. Like it, Urban Harvesting. Great to see you and happy 2025 New Year to you, my man. Hope you're well. We're way overdue a catch-up, dude. Let me know how your floods are, because the last pictures you sent me, you had some flooding going on. I hope that's all right now. A lot of people saying in a box of paper clips. Good answer. Good answer. Kaz is with us as well. Great to see you, darling. I hope you're well. My favouriteest person in London. Have you see, Kaz is aren't you a VIP Patreon member, Kazza? I'm sure you were. You should have seen the link today, Kazza, to download the winter prepping guide PDF. It's like 42 pages worth of goodness, and I made it just for you, Kazza. So, but I'm pretty sure you're on the VIP list. I'm convinced. Wait, is this UK police take them 10 days to actually come out non-issue, innit? Not to mention UK Open Prepper, apparently, so I heard on the street through the grapevine that some of the things they were doing in the UK, this was a while ago, so I don't know if this is still relevant today, but I heard, that's confirmed, that if you were living in an odd-numbered house, they wouldn't turn up to take a statement. If you lived in an even-numbered house, they would. So, depending on what town you're in, so to cut the number of police work in half, they just, when you call the cops because you got a problem like you've been burgled or you got a dispute going on or something else is happening, essentially, if you live in an odd-numbered house, they're not going to bother coming. Maybe the day after if you're lucky, right? But if you live in an even-numbered house, and it was real bad news at the time because people were saying that it will adversely affect the property prices of odd-numbered houses or even-numbered houses. I forget which is which, but that was kind of what they were doing, just so you know, right? I've seen it, didn't know how to open it. PDF. Should just open as a PDF, virtually everything. Only Rob, taking notes, only Rob the odd numbers, isn't it? Yes, I heard that depending on the day of the week, odds Monday, Wednesday, Friday, etc. as well. It's bad news, isn't it? Yeah, look, I just had a brilliant idea. Put the paperclip in my septic tank. I mean, yeah, even if you were paid $1 million to retrieve it, because here's the problem. I'm assuming you're going to have to retrieve it and give it to the detective to prove that you had hidden it successfully and could retrieve it again to get your $1 million. So bear that in mind, Robert. So you might have to be trawling around in a septic tank. Yeah. Put the paperclip in the rat trap with a live rat you've been feeding. Brilliant. I love these ideas. It's great. I'm glad I showed the. I'm glad to showed the picture that I came across. I thought you'd like that one. We're coming up to the hour now, so we're going to be going on a break very shortly, and we've got loads of stuff coming up in part 2. I've got some things to show you as well that I can't wait. But here's one of the things that I'm going to show you before we go to break. Check this out. This is actually quite convincing in a way. I mean, I come from a visual effects and video production side of things as a graphic designer and 3D animator and stuff like that, right? I used to run a media company. So I quite appreciate it when I see decent special effects. I've done some pretty cool stuff in my time for clients and things, but this is all right. It's not bad. It's not a bad effort, but check it out. It's all right, isn't it? I'd say I think they've taken this from the Chinese, that launch of that Chinese fighter jet, the stealth fighter. But check out the UFO. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it. Some good object tracking going on there. Yeah. And the lighting's done well, the colouring's done well, the shadowing's done well. And you know what? I don't even think that's not even necessarily an AI thing. But this is something we're going to be talking about on an upcoming video that I'm going to be putting together. Is talking about how AI is going to make our lives very, very difficult at the same time as making it very, very easy, right? It's going to be a weird one. Because things like disinformation, misinformation, things like, fake... deep fakes and things are going to become a big part of 2025 is one of my predictions. I think there's going to be a lot of things kicking off in the AI world to do with that. And I think things are going to become more and more scary as time goes on, where people are becoming more influenced by AI, fake news and things like this. And even like you saw there, just with the tools that are available now, I mean, those sort of special effects were usually reserved for people like me in the industry, highly trained in these sorts of software tools and principles of 3D animations and lighting and you know, depth of field and all the things that go together to make a convincing special effect, right? But those special effects are becoming accessible to people who haven't spent years doing it, right? They've become accessible to just the average Joe who, with the right tools, can produce a pretty convincing video. And with AI now doing literally text to video, text prompt to video, reasonably convincingly, and particularly the new Google one that's out on trial at the moment on beta test, I'm telling you, right, 2025 is going to be a really interesting year for trying to figure out what's true and what's not, right? So, you know, this is basically what we got coming up. So I'm going to be doing a massive show on that. Of course, you know, yeah, AI is one of my things. So a lot of people ask me to talk about it, and it's going to be a massive thing in 2025. So Bradley Smith, I'd put the paperclip in a piece of blue tack, then place it on the inside of my toilet bowl. That's good. Like it. Put the clip on one of the pigeons, as long as they come back, otherwise you ain't going to be getting your millions. Unfold it and put it between two bathroom tiles and grab top. Okay, let me tell you, Miss Worm, one of the things that's close to one of the things I came up with, which was unfolding the paperclip, and then on the radiators on the wall, you know, the plumbed in radiators, you know, you've got the little valve at the top you can undo to let air out of the radiators for the central heating. You undo that completely and then put the paperclip in there and it will drop down, screw that thing back in. It's basically sitting in the bottom of your radiator, job done. Anyway, that was one of the things I was thinking of. I didn't think they would be finding that. I'm assuming we either have to retrieve it or reveal location. 100% tucked by the one. Yeah. I really appreciate you. Yeah, look, check it out. MI5 taking notes on our hiding places for when they raid all preppers. Yeah. So now they know to look in my radiators, check my radiators, right? Don't forget to check Drew's radiators because he's got a paperclip in there somewhere. Don't go anywhere because we're not going anywhere, but we are going on a short break so I can get myself a fresh brew because this is freezing cold. I've got some things to show you here, some survival gear type stuff that I've got, what I want to show you, brand new, actually from a TikTok shop. And one of the things I bought for my son for Christmas I want to show you as well, which is pretty cool, you're going to love. Plus, we'll be talking a little bit more as well with my... as launched today to the VIP Patreon members. Again, you can join as a VIP Patreon member for as little as like 15 cents a day or something ludicrous. It's like 1 cup of coffee a month. Can you afford not to? And with that, you get things like this. The Winter Prepping Guide launched today. 42 pages of goodness. It also gives you a bit of a sneak peek into the Ultimate Prepping Guide, which will be coming out in a month or so, which is nearly 400 pages. My Ultimate Prepping Guide by Super Prepper. So please do download it if you haven't done already. Get yourself over there. The link's in the description to this video as well to the video I did earlier talking about it. But we'll get into that a little bit more when we come back. I've got loads more stuff to show you. And I've got to be showing you the other things I've got here, which I'm really looking forward to. I've been looking at a lot of those AI promotions. Yep, it's a big thing at the moment. Love that wolf. Isn't it beautiful? So we're going to be back in 5 secs. Don't go anywhere because I'm not. But yes, we're going to go on a short break. We'll get yourself a brew. When we come back, we'll have a toast and we'll be saying cheers to various bits and pieces. And in the meantime, don't go anywhere. See you in 5. Get yourself a new drink. Thank you, everyone. Love, peace and progress. To the back.
Welcome to the last show, Drew is on a break. Just a few minutes is all it's gonna take. But don't tune out, cause there's plenty yet to come. Get yourself a drink, cause we barely just begun. Wait for Sigma Prepper, he'll be back in a few. If you're joining us now, time to pull up a pew. Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Just a couple more minutes and he'll be back. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing. crisis hits, Sigma preppers ahead. The wolf pack leads with a clear-minded head. No panic, no fear, no beg, no crawl. It's more than just survival, we'll be rising tall. This isn't just preparing, it's thinking through with skill. It's seeing the future, knowing this is not a drill. We don't know where or when disaster will strike, but we know we'll be ready when it's time to fight. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing. Use your time wisely, not sure how long we've got. Maybe 2 years, maybe seconds to plan and plot. Too many threats to know which it could be. It could happen right now while Drew's making tea. Learn about prepping, it can happen any day. The wolf pack house come to lead the way. The time ticks down, so get ready with your brew. Like, share, subscribe, come on, you know what to do. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Radio check. Roger, copy that. Monitor secure. 10-4.
Yo, it's Sigma Prepper, where wisdom is the key. We're ready for the future, staying ahead and staying free. When the world goes dark, we won't be shedding a tear. We prep with our minds, never ruled by fear. It's not the list of preps, it's the knowledge we flex. Gaining understanding, then solving what's next. No sitting by a fire, eating squirrels on sticks. We'll be navigating chaos using Sigma Prepper's tricks.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
SHTF, we break it down smart. From the big picture view to the detail in the parts. Drew Law's got you, his knowledge on tap. Real-time strategy, he cuts through the crap. From the high IQs to the tech we choose. We're ahead of the game, we never gonna lose. We stay prepared, never needing to fight. Join Sigma Prepper and we'll make it through the night.
Preparation's not fear, it's seeing the signs. Reading tomorrow through intelligent minds. Survival's more than just having a plan. It's about how you act when it all hits the fan. Join our Discord where knowledge is prime. The wolf pack's there for you every time. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. We're on a mission, there's no turning back. From crisis to strength, we'll survive the storm. It's knowing you've been able since the day you were born. Survival's an art, we sharpen the blade. We adapt, we survive, we're not afraid. Get yourself comfy for the Sigma Prepper show. The time is counting down and we're nearly good to go. Prepare your mind, cause intelligence is the key. Owning our instincts, we don't freeze, fight or flee. Knowledge is power, it's the ultimate force. No following the herd, we just create a new course. From a single lone woman to a family of 5. Learn from Sigma Prepper and see how you can thrive.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed. Support me on Patreon to gain the edge. Discounts and freebies, just make a pledge. The countdown's done, it's time to go. Sigma Preppers Live, let's start this show.
Welcome back, Wolfpack. Here we are. Here we now. Is it the 8th? No, it's not. It's still the 7th of January, 2025. 2025. No messing about. With your host, Drew, here on the Single Prepper channel. You know how we do. Before we do anything else, well, before we even do the anything else, you need to be hitting the like button, obviously, right? Because it's just absolutely super rude for you not to. So first of all, do that. And while you're doing it, don't know what happened there. While you're doing it, love, peace and progress to the pack. Cheers, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining me and spending this time with me, chilling out on a Tuesday night, just checking out what's going on in the world, keeping it cash. Thank you, everyone. Yoey, I've been absolutely flat out for the last couple of weeks. For those that are just joining us now, I've been basically hiding away. I haven't done any videos for like a week since New Year's Day. I've been writing the winter prepping guide, or finishing it. I've been writing it for a while, bits and pieces. So I finally put it together. It's now been made available to the VIP and the YouTube members. Thank you to Full of Hope tonight for gifting 5 members. So they should quickly get this downloaded. You'll see the link on the member posts on the YouTube channel. You'll also see on, if you're a VIP Patreon member, you'll also see there'll be the link available for you to download it as a PDF. It's 42 pages, sorry. It's got everything in there for your winter vehicle kit. Everything illustrated, all completely and utterly, you know, in the same style as I do all my prepping guides and survival books and stuff. So yeah, expect it to be just like this, essentially. So we'll maybe have a little look, more of a look at it a bit later on. Thank you to everyone who's downloaded it and shared your views on it already and your feedback. Really appreciate it. Mel Sibley in the house. Great to have you with us. Cheers to you. Oi, oi, Savaloy. Thank you to everyone. Love this song, says Cynthia Guarnota. Genius. Lots of people jamming along to my tune. Don't forget the tune that I wrote for the break time. Well, it's kind of like a promo tune. I did it as. Where's it gone? So on here, this is the Wolf. This is actually the Wolfpack anthem, right? 2025. So this is like, this is the video I put out on New Year's Day to sort of, you know. But it's actually, this is the the music video, if you like, that I put together for it. And I don't know if anyone worked this out, but basically the way I put this together, it's got like loads of clips put together of all my stuff, right? Well, not all my stuff, but the recent stuff. But the thing is that it actually secretly it's me making a spoon, right? Starting by cutting the log off and then splitting it down to a flat piece and then, you know, whittling it down throughout the music video. This is one of my favorite shots.
When it all hits the fan. Join our Discord.
Not that bit. Anyway. And yeah, so basically throughout the video, I'm kind of slowly but surely making a spoon. Right. We sharpen the blade, we adapt, we survive. Here we go. You see, so it's like, I don't know how many people actually notice that, but throughout the video, I'm kind of like secretly making a spoon. But anyway, so you can see that anytime you want. It's on the channel if you like it. I spent like 2 weeks writing the lyrics to that. And then about another 3 weeks doing the video to it. So go and enjoy that. It's there for you. And it's there just to promote the channel as well. It sort of sums up me in 1 3-minute video, basically. But thank you for appreciating it. I really do appreciate you twerking and dancing and loving the tune. So thank you. Thank you, Bradley Smith. He's not twerking, though. I was twerking while I was making tea in the kitchen. Cheers, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. So look at Robert there. We only got 5 inches of snow. In the UK, that would shut the place down, right? 5 inches of snow, lich. You're talking like wop, 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 wah, 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 levels of catastrophe. Talking of which, of course, on our Campfire Catch-ups, we're just looking at random stuff, basically. But random but sort of relevant stuff to do with prepping survival. In this case, obviously tonight, a little bit leaning towards the winter preparedness, because obviously today I launched the winter prepping guide. to the VIP supporters. So thank you to you guys for helping to make that happen. But yeah, you need to be aware. You need to drive differently. You need to have certain things in your car to allow you to get out of danger. Dig your car out with a foldable shovel. Things like strips of carpet and things like that to gain traction to get out of snowdrifts. And if your car is broken down and you're in a massive traffic jam, then of course you have to assume the possibility you're going to be sat in your car for, you know, I've seen stories of people stuck in their car for 12, 20 hours at a time in bad traffic, in the snow, freezing temperatures. And if your car breaks down or you'll run out of gasoline, then of course you're sitting there with no power, no heating, no nothing. You're going to be super relying on anything you've got in your winter preparedness kit, which is all basically the point of this guide here. And to make it convenient as well, what I've done is on the page after this, I'll give you a checklist, which is entirely interactive as well. Look, so you can basically check the things that you've got and go through the guide bit by bit. Do you know what I mean? And you can save the PDF. I've made it as interactive savable, so you can save your progress and then come open it back up when you buy your LED torch or headlamp or get it in the box or whatever you're doing. And then you've also got in there a sneak peek chapter preview of the Surviving Natural Disasters, which is actually 12 natural disasters that I break down in the Ultimate Guide to Prepping book, which will be released in a month or so's time. But I've given you a snapshot of the blizzards and ice storms part of this, since it's relevant for the winter prepping guide. So there's some information there as well to help you prepare for severe storms and things and ice blizzards. So it's pretty extensive. It's got it all in there, SHF Intel sources, so you can go and check out things like Windy here, or check out the magnetosphere, what's going on with the volcanoes, right? Keep your eye on stuff. So it's all pretty extensive. I spent a long time making it. I hope it's appreciated. Like I say, take advantage of it. It's up there for you. If you're a member or a Patreon VIP, then definitely, what can I tell you? Really appreciate it, because I'm 100% independent. I need to update this. No sponsors, no networks, no paid adverts. As of from about 2 weeks ago, that changed. So I do have adverts running now, which is cool. I'm monetized now, so you can do super chats and everything. No external funding, no partners or anything like that. It's just literally you and me, right? It's you and me on our own. But it's all right, because these are the ways that you can help, yeah? Check it out. Patreon's a great way, because again, you get access to free stuff, right? Because I love you. Like the Winter Prepping Guide. Patreon.com/Secret Prepper is how you gain exclusive access for as little as 15 cents a day. Can you afford not to? These people are doing it. And I love each and every one of you. Well done for being part of the VIP Wolfpack. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you also this time to the YouTube members, which is a new thing we've done. Thank you to Full of Hope, who's helped to enable so many people collectively to become a member. Of course, once the month is out, they're going to lose access to that if they don't renew their membership themselves. But thank you to Full of Hope, because as I say, you're giving access to the Winter Prepping Guide and things like that to so many more people as a result of your generosity. And thank you to each and every one of you here on the list. No Ultra supporters, but thank you to Robert McNamara. Check it out, an elite VIP. He's such a top geezer. We all love Robert. And thank you to the pack members as well. Really appreciate each one of you. Noel, Sandy, and also Margie Mulder. Love each and every one of you. And then we've got our support VIPs. Great way to get your foot on the first rung of the ladder for as little as 15-20 cents a day. A great way to help your channel as well, so thank you very much. And of course, if you'd like to join in the fun and the action and get all the free stuff as well, these are the ways that you can do it. All links from the description, so there's basically no excuses. Get it done or else. Right, we're all right now. We can chill. Cheers everyone, thank you for supporting me and being beautiful and wonderful. Loving your asses. I'll tell you what, got some stuff to show you as well, right? I've been working on quite a few things, as well as finishing the Winter Prepping Guide book, getting that out there today. I've got some back-end stuff to do on the website, and I'll figure out what I'm going to do for everybody else who's not a VIP supporter, either by YouTube membership or Patreon membership. I'll figure out what I'm going to do for everyone else for the Winter Prepping Guide. I need to do it quickly, because we're just entering into now the time where the winter starts getting harsh, particularly in the UK, and in parts of America. So now's the time to be getting your stuff together. and getting yourself figured out. But you know what? I just only had today arrive. I'll show you this now just for a laugh, right? But I bought something for my son actually to go in his Christmas stocking. I mean, he's 16 years old, right? Sigma Pepper Jr. we call him. Or X for short. Xavier. So I bought him something, just something cheap, right? But I thought it was cool and I thought he would like it. And I got him something to go in his stocking, but it only arrived today, so it's a little bit late. But it's really cool, check it out. And I stole it from his desk. He's out at the moment. He's at Army Cadets tonight and he's gone out with a couple of his friends who drive. So they've gone out for a night out after Army Cadets, right? So I've gone and stolen this off his desk. So thank you, Xavier, for letting me steal your present that I only just gave you today. But check it out. How cool is that? Tell me how beautiful that is. Proper little compound bow. Yeah? Proper little compound. Look at Paul J. Williams becoming a member like an absolute superstar. And this is Paul Williams doing it himself as well, not being gifted it by the looks of it. What a superstar. Welcome to the Wolfpack, my man. Get yourself over there, get it downloaded, quick, yeah? Get in the live chat, start using your custom emojis and stuff that you get to do. Yeah? Shall I do some custom emojis? I haven't done any today. Oh, that's the point. I'm going to be doing... because we've got loads of members now, I can now do even more than 4 custom emojis for you. So I've already got quite a few ideas of ones I'm going to be releasing this week. I might even be doing it tonight. I think we'll have an after party tonight as well, because I love you. So, and we'll have that as a public one tonight. No, sorry, I meant as a VIP one tonight. So over on the Discord server, and again, thank you for joining the Discord server. It's completely free, a great way to get access to all the knowledge base of prepping, survival, all broken into categories and topics. So it's a great hub for SHTF. And of course, your breaking news here as well. We've got a whole section dedicated to that, all categorized. But also here is where we do our after parties. So the VIP area is where we have our... So if you are a Patreon member, and there's quite a few of us now, we'll be having a catch-up after the show tonight in the VIP voice chat area. So when you click on here, you'll see I go in here. And this is where we talk to each other with voice, right? So if you're a Patreon VIP member, or you're an elite member on YouTube and higher, then you'll gain access to the VIP voice chat. And then we can talk amongst ourselves basically in an after party. So if you've got a microphone or at least headphones, you can listen to all us talking about stuff. So it's a great way to join in. We like to do that after the show for the VIP patrons. It's one of the great things about being a member is we have our after parties with a bunch of absolutely wonderful people. So thank you to those that have joined that. And it's completely free to join Discord. It's just that those crowned VIP rooms, you won't see them until you become a VIP member. So thank you to those that are. We'll be looking forward to that after the show. Look at Paul J. Williams in the house. Done. I've upgraded. You certainly have. You were always a top geezer in my mind. Now you're just even topper of a geezer with a green name and access to custom emojis and cool stuff. So thank you so very much. I have to go some top Hugo emoji. Gotta be loving the Hugo emoji, innit? I will be doing the alert icon. Yeah.
Critical.
This is
alert.
like my own alert icon
This
that I
is
made
not a
ages ago
test.
for the show, right? It's my own triangle and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, I'm going to make that alert icon as one of the custom emojis, that's for sure. So it'll be things like that. Thank you everyone for being here. Nice upgraded membership to Elite. Oh, really? Oh, wow. How cool is that? What a superstar. So Elite members get access to, what do you call it? So you have to hit me up. You have to hit me up on Discord and we'll get you fired up and rocking. So thank you so much, everyone. Well, I'm supposed to be going through these videos in some sort of an order, right? But here's another one here. I'm just going to kill the audio because otherwise we get complaints and stuff. But check it out, man. This is like treacherous. Yeah, treachery is what we're chatting about. So you got to be careful out there. I'm telling thee, it's bad news, right? So don't underestimate how bad things get. Even if it doesn't look icy or it doesn't feel icy or it doesn't feel slippery. Look at this thing. It's not even going anywhere, and it's literally going somewhere, right? I mean, just don't... I can't highlight enough how important it is that you really respect nature when it gets icy and slippy and snowy and bad visibility. And it's not you, it's not your skills. It doesn't matter how good you are as a driver. You've got people in front of you and behind you and next to you that aren't quite as good drivers as you, that could wipe you out. So you need to be properly watching your six, keep your head on a swivel, keeping your distance from people, making your braking distance like 10 times longer than it normally would, watching 3, 4, 5 cars ahead rather than the number plate right in front of you. I don't need to go on, right? But I'm just saying, don't underestimate the treachery out there. And I wouldn't want any harm to come to any one of you. And of course, that's the main... That's kind of the main... By the way, on the winter prepping guide, I didn't mention on the video I did on my channel about it. There is a video I did just going through it and how to download it and things like that, and to save it to your computer. This here, these buttons here, always go to the contents menu. I never mentioned that on that video, by the way. But the winter vehicle kit, you see, is all about, like, if you come unstuck and you do slide out in the snow, and I've had it before where literally I was coming home from a sales meeting in my car. I was probably about 20 years old or something like that. And I was driving along the A2 on the way to Kent from London, and it was properly snowing out of nowhere. And the car in front of me was slowing down with its hazards on. The car in front of that had gone into a snow drift. And there was no way of getting through. There was a transit van as well, like the one you saw there, sprawled across. And we were there for about 6 hours, man. And I had nothing in the car. Nothing in the car. And it was really annoying. And I was wearing smart business shoes and a suit, right? So it's not like I could just get out of the car and start walking. I didn't even have a proper decent coat. I had like my cashmere trench coat or whatever at the time on the back seat, which wasn't good to drive with because it's like a 3/4 length, you know, cashmere trench coat, right? It's just not ideal, is it, right? So don't underestimate how annoying it is to be stuck in your car, even though it's nothing to do with, not your fault or anything. But there's so many things that you can do to make it a better time. Again, we talked about not boiling up the kettle and pouring that on your windscreen because, you know, you'll shatter your window and stuff. So there's a whole massive exhaustive list of stuff I recommend in there, as well as a few little sneak peeks I've given you from my ultimate prepping guide, including this, a table that shows you roughly how much it takes to charge what device with a typical sort of USB battery bank that I recommend keeping in your car as well, fully charged. 70 amp hour, 20,000 milliamp hour, 70 watt hour type thing. Some stuff on cables as well. Things like getting fuses, spare fuses for your car if you're running things like electric blankets from your car cigarette lighter socket, just in case you blow a cigarette lighter socket fuse, you know what I mean, where you're sitting there trapped in the snow freezing. Things like fire extinguishers, I always recommend powder, which is good for fuels and electrical fires. It just suffocates it. Things like notepad and pen, cash and coins in case, you know, grid goes down as a result of the bad weather that takes the power lines down, which takes the processing of credit cards down, so therefore it's cash only. You assume these sorts of things, toll bridges, toll roads, you name it, cash and coins good to have. Rubbish bags are great as well, so much multi-use. You can use that as a tarp if you want, if you're desperate, as well as putting your wet clothes in and rubbish and so on. This is actually my bug out bag, the 511 Tactical 72, the Rush 72 it's called, the V1. I don't like the version 2, to be honest. This is again my custom alert triangle. That's the caution icon we'll have as one of the custom emojis as a YouTube member. And like I say, we've got the tick box list as well, just as a summary with all the description of each individual thing and why it's good to have it. We've also given you this here, so you've got a nice convenient tick box list to keep track of what you got, what you haven't, and you can just hit the save button if you're using something like Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome browser and stuff like that, right? So it's a cool. I've spent a lot of time making it for you. I hope it's useful to people. I've got lots of books I'm going to be releasing and guides and survival books and things that I've already kind of thrashed out. I've already kind of written. I just need to publish it, like you see this one, in the same format as is my sort of known format for other books I've written under other names or business brands in the past. So I hope it's received well. I spent a lot of time and money and effort with no return on investment at all, apart from the support I get from you as a VIP. So thank you again. Lich couldn't do it without you. And if nothing else, please hit the like button. It does help the channel. And share these videos on your social media. It's the only way this channel can grow, because I've noticed a lot of people being removed as members. Sorry, as subscribers. I had someone the other day saying that they'd been unsubscribed from the channel and they hadn't done it. So, folding entrenching tool. Oh, that brings back memories. Folding entrenching tool. I put bubble wrap under insoles of my wellies and boots. Like it, Miss Worm. Vaseline and boots before heading out into snow. Nice one, band again. Thank you to everybody who's contributing in the live chat. It's great. This is what makes it so cool, is everybody's collective wisdom and knowledge gets together. Do you know, I've still got this thing sitting on my desk that I didn't even properly show you. Anyway, I bought this for our son, who's 16. How cute is this? It's all stainless steel. Nice machine screws, look. It's beautifully designed. You got all your little... These are proper ball-bearing pulleys, yeah, ball race pulleys. These ones here aren't, because they're just where the cables align. But yeah, these main pulleys here are ball raced and stuff, right? How cute is that? Now, these actually, there comes with about 20 of these, but they're actually the suckers that go on windows and stuff, right? There was one that's got this little spear thing. And of course, this is the only one I could find on my son's desk, right? He's obviously doesn't care about the ones with the suckers on it. But how cute is this? And it was literally, this was like this was about $10. This was about $10 from a TikTok shop. How cute is that? I really want to fire it, right? But it's like it's like a Batman thing, right? It's cute. Let me know what you think in the chat. Yeah? It's gorgeous. I'm not going to point it towards myself and pull it back, obviously. But it's so nicely done. I just thought it was beautiful. So I had to get him that. And you know the thing was, right? How many pounds is it? Probably about one. Probably about one. Enough to get it to stick on a window. Good to befriend. That and the girl behind the bar and Navi. Like it. Reese Amiga. Evening, LBR Stella. Great to have you. Great to have you. Don't forget the emergency. Oh man, amazing. I have no snow advice. Thank you, Miss Worm. I appreciate your feedback, my darling. And I'm sorry that I write it in American English. It's just it's a global audience, and I tend to do all my books as Americanized. And I know you probably scorn at it, but +2 tennis rackets on your feet. Yeah, snowshoes, always a good move. Always a good move. You'll notice I'm going in reverse order. Walking where possible is recommended in snow, yeah. Do you know, what's more recommended is to not go anywhere in the snow. Yeah. What are you unhappy about, Carolyn Rose? What's happened? I don't know what's happened, Carolyn. What's been removed? Sorry, I don't know. I've missed so many things going on in the live chat here. I'm trying to keep up with everyone. So I'm sure Jay Survival will let me know after. Don't know. Sorry, everyone. Boys and their toys, says Bradley's with. Well, check it out, right? I had to spend £6 more to get free shipping for my son's little Christmas stocking gift there, just as a cheap thing to go in his stocking, right? The little compound bow. And so I found this thing, which I thought was cool. This was I think this was £8. And I really bought it. I know I fell for that trap of buying something just so you get free shipping when you spend over a certain amount, but hey-ho. But how cool is this, right? I thought this is cool as a little prepping thing, right? Which is this. Now, I happen to use DeWalt because I like the best, right? Urban Harvesting from Australia, a friend of mine, he disagrees and he's a red man. He goes with the Makita. But I'm a DeWalt man. And so you can buy these and they basically seat onto whichever battery you've got. I obviously bought the DeWalt version. So whether you've got your battery packs here from your power tools, right? And it's best to collect power tools that are all from the same brand that use the same batteries. So I've got several of these 2 amp hour ones and several of these 5 amp hour ones. Now these are 18 volts, so this is a lot of energy in here. Right, you can work it out in watt hours. You've got 18 volt times 5 amp hours, so 18 times 5, you're talking about 90 watt hours of energy. Now bear in mind, to put that in perspective, 90 watt hours, what we were looking at in my prepping guide, the winter prepping guide, was a battery bank like this is about 70 watt hours. 70 watt hours. So this one battery for one of my power tools is like, you know, I don't know, 30% more energy than what's in that battery bank. And I've got several of these. I've got a couple of these 2 amp hour ones as well, which is going to be like 36 volt, I suppose, 36 watt hours, right? And so the cool thing is, right, is it means that you've automatically got, because check it out, it's got USB ports on it. And what I like about it is, sure enough, the USB ports are active while it's plugged in and the light isn't, right? So you can, you know, plug your phone in or whatever. And I can run it off this battery pack, and I generally keep these charged. I don't know what this one's on. 2 out of 3, right? I generally keep these, and I've got maybe 3 of these 5 amp hour, and I think maybe 4 of these 2 amp hour or something like that. So when you combine it, that's a lot of energy that's just sitting there doing nothing. So the cool thing is you can harvest the energy from these batteries with the USB power, 2 of them as well. But also, this light is epic. You never see anything like it. I mean, to be honest, it's a little bit too, I don't want to say too powerful, but to be honest, I'd be all right with this light being a little bit less intense and it lasts longer. I think this is 20 watts. So bear in mind, if you're talking like 90 watt hours and it's doing 20 watts, you're talking about 4 hours constant on that one battery. But to be honest, I quite like it even just to be able to use the USB battery. I've got plenty of, in all honesty, I think what I would probably do, I happen to have my bug out bag right next to me. I really like this. Well, there's 2 things in my bug out bag that I like. One is this. And the other one is this, which is actually, this is just a bendy USB extension. I made it myself. It's got like heat shrink here and I've put camo bandage stuff on it. So you got a USB socket and a USB plug. That's all it is, right? But I combine it with one of these. This is just in my bug out bag. So I like to have lots of different options for LEDs. So I've got these little circuit boards here which have got some LEDs on it, and you can see this is the LED, sorry, this is the USB contacts, but it's double-sided, so you can put it in either way, it doesn't matter. And this is touch sensitive, so you touch on and touch off. So what I do is I have that as my bendy job, and then I can use this chap here, and it's far more efficient. Oh, wrong way. It's far more efficient, right, for me to use this. Right, it's on my face is better. I can just touch it and it fades down, right? Touch it and it fades on, right? So how cool is that, right? So I mean this, and I can touch fade it down to make it a little bit like less intense, right? And literally, right, this battery is going to last for like 10 years. Not 10 years, but it's going to last 10 years. So how cool is that? And this was like £8. This was £8. So I'm really liking that. I tell you, one of the things that I do need to invest in, I must admit, is I need to buy a charger for these that runs on 12 volt car cigarette lighter socket. I've got the mains charger, and I do have an inverter with my off-grid power power bank system, which is solar charged off-grid battery bank system. And I do have a 3 kilowatt inverter to have mains power, so I can use my mains charger to charge these packs up with a grid down scenario. But I would really like, DeWalt do sell a battery charger for these that runs on 12 volt car cigarette lighter socket. I'd chop that plug off and use the XT60 type ones I like to use. But that's probably one of the things I'd like to invest in, because it's really... But anyway, let me know live in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this after what you think of my purchase of both of my... So basically what I'm saying here is that these two items from the TikTok shop I think cost me about £15. $20. Would you spend $20? Do you think I did a good job spending $20 and getting these two? Maybe only $15. I think it was a scorcher of a deal myself. Cheers, everyone. Oh, is Mikey Poo's off, is he? Night, my man. He's got work in the morning. Hiya, Carolyn Rose. I wish I knew what was going on with you. I don't know. I can't. Red is Milwaukee, sorry, Mel. Milwaukee, I meant. But yeah, like I say, they sell those for different versions. Milwaukee as well. Probably Makita, I don't know. DeWalt is not the best. Makita is better. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. And in fact, I can back up my claim of disagreement because it's been proven. Check it out. This is a...
He was trying to beat the pace car out.
This is an accident that happened, right? Look, check it out. It's basically the DeWalt
Leaving the box. We're gonna
caught underneath a racing car. Right, that goes around the track several times. It's a reciprocating saw. This is DeWalt. Check it out. Sliding along the thing. It's just finally flung out from underneath it.
That's an advertisement. If that thing still
Sawzall that he drug halfway around.
And check it out.
Still works. Here we go. Yes, it does. Now,
Still rocking.
doesn't exist on this side.
Look, and it's been totally worn down, and it's still working.
It does indeed work.
just wear a glove with your left hand, Rick. We get that for your shop at home.
So there you go. The point proven, I think. You know, I made the right choice with my DeWalt tools, right? Oh man, it's going to be like Urban Prepper. Sorry, Urban Harvesting from Australia. Me and him always joking about Milwaukee versus DeWalt. Right, let's try and catch up with peeps. DeWalt lights are pretty good. Good job. DeWalt do a 9 amp battery. Oh, cool. Thank you again, Paul, for your membership. My 2 up, 2 down, Castle. Great to see you. I go to bed when it gets dark if the power goes out, and it just sleep it off. Just sleep it off. Vestal, very good, but come with a steep price. All my tools are Makita, says my 2 up, 2 down. I'm just trying to find stuff we're talking about. My little toys here. My DeWalt drill died after 3 months. Great to see you, Dean P. Where's the money, Lebowski? Don't know. Respect to DeWalt, innit just? Isn't it just? Milwaukee all the way, pricey though. I don't think there's much difference between Milwaukee and DeWalt when it comes to price. And I've watched a lot of review videos comparing the two, like screw-in, screws in, how many screws you can do, and DeWalt wins that one as well, on one battery and stuff. He's stealing my quotes now, Evan. I was thinking, how many times have I said that? If 2 people agree on everything, then one of them isn't needed in the conversation. 100% Evan. I was thinking, look at him secretly lurking in the background. I knew he'd be there. I knew I could ease him and tease him out from his little place with the Milwaukee versus DeWalt. Did you see the Milwaukee thing going around the racetrack, Ty? Ty's urban harvesting, by the way. Did you see the thing going around the racetrack, Ty? Yeah. Point proven, I'm afraid, my man. And by the way, have you got one of these for your cheaper Milwaukee version? Have you got something like that for yours? I'm guessing it's red. You almost sounded like one of those nihilists. That was perfect. Oh, lovely to have you with us. Thank you so very much. Please hit the like button if you haven't done already. We've got so much to get through. We've just been messing about. What else we got? I haven't even been going through these in the right order either. Right, so we saw that one. Oh, another thing as well that I come across, which I talked about on a different channel several years ago, talking about the birth rate being a big problem, right? Because the UK is now officially down to 1.44. And don't forget, we need it to be about 2.15, 2.2 births per person. Yeah. Just to maintain neutral, not going up, not going down. So 1.44, we're in deep trouble in terms of reproductive rate of humans here in the West, particularly in the UK. It's not going to be a good look. And of course, well, actually, we'll get into that when we start talking about AI on a separate dedicated show, because the whole AI coming and the automation coming and everything like that is a big part of, you know, is also a big part of the decline in population, how that's going to play into things and stuff. Little meme here, look, welcome to the UK, twinned with the whole of the fucking third world. For those that don't know, in the UK, many village signs have a sign like this saying, welcome to village whatever, twinned with whatever village in some other country somewhere, right? If you're not from...
This is just a reminder
let's
that
go
just
back.
because...
This one here, again, subject to your age as to whether you know what this is all about. Kids today would never understand this. Look, 8 a.m, 100%, 8 p.m, yeah, 99% still. Absolutely classic. I was thinking, actually, they should definitely bring back the old Nokias. Just bring back the standard Nokias, man. Yeah. Gotta be done. Danger, Will Robertson. Danger, danger. Did he pipe back up? Makita are much better, says Pellegrim Uncle. Oh dear. Be careful what you wish for. I read the population, because a lot of new people will, yeah. Well, some countries, Carolyn, like Russia, for example, are encouraging people to reproduce by doing things like paying them 20 grand for having a baby. And the thing about promoting making mad passionate love on a sheepskin rug in front of the open fire, listening to the Top Gun soundtrack on your lunch break and stuff like this in Russia. In the UK, they're not talking about it at all. This 1.44 reproduction rate. Yeah. Red v yellow, red car and the yellow car had a race, and it was the yellow car that won, Purple Flurple. No, it wasn't. It was the purple car that won, of course. Yes. Did you happen to catch the Pentagon's press conference? Do you know the keywords for it, Dean? You got to use the keywords for it. The drones, you got to call them the Dior bags. And what are the plasma orbs are called? There's a code word for the plasma orbs as well. I can't remember what it is. There's the Dior bags, and there's... It might come to me, it might not. Deagle report, yes, full of hope, 2025. I think the UK sees about a 68% reduction in population by 2025 was the Deagle report prediction. And here we are, 10 years later after that report was put out. Didn't they want to get the population down to 500 million, says Stella? Yes, that was based on the Georgia Guidestones to maintain humanity with Mother Nature or whatever it was. Maintaining a population of 500 million was what was being promoted. And then obviously they destroyed the Georgia Guidestones when everyone started figuring out with the whole North Star looking through the thing and how it lined up and all this and what that meant. and other things going on. Those old Nokia phones are bomb-proof, wouldn't they just, Dean? I tell you what, that's what you want in your bug-out bag, Dean, is one of them as your burner phone, right? I've got something similar. It's a cute little thing. It's got 4 SIM card slots in it as well. It's pretty cool. It's only about £20. Yeah, look, like John C here, I've got a Nokia emergency phone in the car. I wonder though, if there'll come a point where we can't use the Nokias anymore because they don't support the 3G and 4G because they were all 2G and 1G back then. And they're actually, in the UK, they're turning off the 2G support. And I think 3G support in a lot of areas in the UK now. So it's 4G and 5G only. So if your smartphone or even your dumb phone doesn't support at least 4G, sorry about your luck. You're not going to get anything out of it, right? But I did wonder, tucked by V1 here as well, I did think to myself, do you know what, if Nokia came out now and came out with a 301110, whatever it was called, 3110, 3410, I can't remember the names of the Nokias, right, but a classic, I think if they came out with a new version of that was the same as it was, the removable battery, you know, even the little stubby antenna on the top. If it means getting epic range and epic service, then I'm up for a little mini stubby antenna on the top like they used to be, right? I'm even okay with with just a monotone LCD screen, because that's how you end up with 500 hours of battery life by not having a color screen and things like that, and GPS modules, Bluetooth modules. And I really think Nokia would do well if they relaunched their 3410 or whatever it was called. Like it was back then, simplified like that. I think a lot of people would buy them. Let me know live in the chat if you'd buy one. And I don't think they'd need to be charging any more than about maybe $50. $50 for the phone, to be honest. Let me know if you'd be up for one. Cup and strings, says Peregrine Uncle. There's always that. My dumb phone won't work no more. Do you know, it's a really, as I was saying that, Purple Flurple, I was thinking to by the way, Perps, are you okay with your Patreon VIP name on the list showing publicly as Nick and JD, or do you want to be Nick and JD in brackets Perps? Just thought I'd run that by you. My dumb phone won't work no more. You know, as I was saying that about my little phone I bought for my bug out bag, I am wondering, I'm pretty sure that supports 4G. But if it doesn't, I'm going to need to look at that. Yeah, Sandy would buy one. Boom. Smoke signals, that is the other one. Cup and string is a surefire mobile device, isn't it? Nokia with voice activated apps, like it. Banana phone. You could just try shouting like really, really loudly. A 10-day phone is a dream. Eagle hunting, great to see you, my man. Got all my old phones all the way back to my Motorola and a flip phone. Really respect you, man. You could do a proper nice little presentation shelf for that, which would be a good move. Right, let's see what else I've got to show you, because we've got loads to get through. Are we nearly going for the second hour? We are. We're nearly been 2 hours already. What have I been talking about? I do apologise, everyone. Right, we've done that one. Okay, so we got this one.
This is just a reminder.
So this is funny, but if you're easily triggered or offended, look away now. Close your ears, right? But we're all friendly here and we all love each other, so we ain't got to worry about it. It's just for a laugh. But check it out. What do I want? Desktop audio. Bosh. How are we looking for volume? We're good. Go.
This is just a reminder that just because you're ugly and have no personality doesn't mean you're the wrong gender. Okay, bye.
Like it. Oh, so there's that one. Just getting through them. This is the way we entertain, apparently. But check it out. I thought this was interesting. This cartoon, look, was drawn by US cartoonist Bob Miner in 1925, so 100 years ago. Fast forward to 2024, that's 2025 now. Guess what? So check it out, I'll read it to you. One day they'll wake up. Almost 100 years ago, famous US cartoonist Bob Miner had a realization. Western nations ruled the world because they were rich in money and guns. China, India, and Africa were poor in money and guns, but rich in people. One day, the balance of power would shift. Miner drew this cartoon in 1925. Now, 900 years later, the people of the world are waking up and realizing something has changed. Yes, indeed. This is exactly what we are seeing now. China, India, and Africa staring down at us and our little hegemony that we've been enjoying for the last however long. And here we are, getting in amongst it. Is Jenny Simon in the house? Did I see whisperings? I'd buy one, says Jenny. Lovely to see you, beautiful. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Pigeon Carrier, says Carolyn Rose. Good one. I tell you what, Mesh-tastic's a good one. I've got one here. Mesh-tastic. This is going to be included in my Sigma Prepper Ultimate Communications and Surveillance Kit. Mesh-tastic, really good. They're like point-to-point mesh network. Send text messages basically and bounces it across. So if you've got family members that live like 5 miles over the other side of town, this can send a message point-to-point directly, text message size message. Even with the no grid, no cell towers, no Wi-Fi, no internet, no nothing, you can use Mesh-tastic to do that. And these modules, they've become a little bit more expensive. Everything seems to have become more expensive. What is it with shipping prices nowadays, right? It's absolutely ludicrous. I've got another business idea of a new survival gear product that I'm prototyping at the moment. And I was trying to do the calculations yesterday. Me and Daily Survival were talking about it. And I was getting quotes on shipping because I like to send out fully tracked, 24-hour, signed, insured, and I like to include shipping in the price so people just go, bosh, they get it and it just gets sent, whether they're living in America, UK, Timbuktu or whatever. But I tell you what, I can't get over shipping prices. So much of the time, the shipping prices are more than the cost of the product itself. I mean, even the merchandise, like the mugs, the Sigma Prepper mugs and stuff, if you don't live in America, which is the cheapest to get them shipped, but mugs are inherently a really nasty sized box to ship and expensive sized box to ship. Cheers, everyone. But the shipping is nearly as much as the mug. But they're beautiful mugs, because these are 20-ounce mega mugs from my merch store. These are like no expense spared premium stuff, like all my gear. So, the sort of thing you only want to buy at once. LBR Stella says they'll buy a dumb phone. Defo. You could do drums, says Carolyn. Yodeling works. Yo! The classic Crocodile Dundee and a bit of wood. Poor old... Oh, no, it's not Crocodile Dundee that's passed away, is it? It's the crocodile from Crocodile Dundee. Passed away. I forget the crocodile's name. I think it begins with a B. It's a normal person's name like Barry or Bruce or something, but the crocodile from Crocodile Dundee died a couple of weeks ago. String and wood buzzsaw. I overrode a prepaid phone and have a terabyte SD memory card slot, headphone jack, and I can use 2 SIM cards. They took all these options out of the new regular phones. Isn't it just, Jenny? You see, my phone doesn't even have a SIM in it or anything. It's just I bought it just to say I've got a backup phone. Do you know what I mean? China's been buying up Africa for 2 decades. Well, not just buying it up. They've been doing proper business deals with Africa for the hope. This is the thing. They've been quite clever and strategic about it. And the Africans want them there because of the way that they do it, right? And they invest so much money in the local area in Africa, unlike the way the West does it. This is where we're losing, is the fact that China, Russia, places like that are doing really good deals as part of the BRICS nations. The way they're doing their trade deals, the way they're doing their investment deals and things with these up-and-coming developing countries such as India and Africa is incredible. And they deserve the success they're having with those relationships because the way China's doing it is legal, honest and decent, right? Not like threatening people and going in there with their tanks to take resources the way we do. So it's all backfiring now, as we're seeing, right? John Seard, love a Mesh-tastic. Yeah, I've got my own version that I prototyped with my own version of code that does a few extra bits and pieces, but every time the main one... Oh, check out Dean P. Thank you for being a subscriber, really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the notification bell to all, because YouTube does have a habit of saying, go away, and longing you off in the background while you're not looking, right? Basically a pager, says Medigree. Yeah, the idea with a Mesh-tastic is indeed, it's like a pager, But what it does is it connects to your smartphone via Bluetooth. You've got a very small little OLED display, very lightweight in terms of battery power. This literally takes one 18650 cell, just to put it in perspective. One 18650 cell. I'm sure I had one on my desk here somewhere. But what it does is it connects to your mobile phone via Bluetooth, and you use that as the keyboard, essentially. You just put an app, Meshtastic app, on your mobile phone, and it doesn't use your mobile phone for anything else other than the keyboard, send, and it just Bluetooths it to the Meshtastic. The Meshtastic transmits it through that antenna, yeah, using LoRa technology, yeah, long range, low power LoRa technology, to transmit that packet of data up to about 10 miles with the right antenna and the right conditions. You can get about 10-mile range. But what's cool about it is if you've got a friend of yours that lives across town, and you've got another friend of yours that lives even further away across town, and you've got another friend who lives the other side of town, if you've all got them and they're dialed into each other on the same member network that you create with them, then your message can hop to the destination you want to get to. So if you're trying to send a message to Bob, but Bob's like really far away, like 30 miles away, but you've got Tracy, you've got Emma, and you've got David in between, and they're all on your network, on your family members, for example. Your sister lives over town, your uncle lives over there. Just give them one, right? And then if you need to get to Bob, who's 20 miles away, your Meshtastic will hop that message, yeah, to Emma, to Tracy, to David, and then to Bob. You see? I mean, the other people don't get that message. It only, you know, will flag up if it's meant for you, for Bob, for example, right? So they're great little devices, super cheap, less than $100 a pop, for a more user version than this circuit board version that I buy, because obviously I'm a prototype engineer, so I do stuff with it. I add on my own GPS modules that are slightly more sophisticated and stuff like that is some of the modifications I do. I include the battery power. I've got a few mods that just so you know, a few of the mods I've done on the firmware. I'm a software developer as well. So I've rewritten some of the firmware, and it doesn't do an awful lot more, but I got more features on a better GPS module. And it uses that to calculate range between devices and to vary output power to save just some things that the Meshtastic haven't done. And I also transmit in the packet of data the voltage of the battery power at the time on the device, and just silly things like that. So anyway, that's something I've been working on for a long time, but they're lovely little devices. They're super cheap as well. Thanks for having me. The honour's all mine. Cameras are not the only way phones, laptops can still see you. Yeah, even Wi-Fi, even wireless modules can detect the presence of people like a magnetic field. They become quite... I forget the technical term for it now. What contents would you have for an escape and evasion kit? I'd have a Harry Potter cloak. First things first, your Harry Potter cloak. Yeah, cloaking cloak is the first thing as my escape and evade kit. But it's definitely for you to see them when they can't see you. So, you know, things like thermal vision is good. But you need to consider thermal vision yourself. We did talk about that, actually. Be a good one tomorrow, Dean P. You should join us tomorrow. We've got the... don't forget, every Wednesday we have the Warzone Wednesday. Yeah, how do we survive World War III? There is a link of the video in the description of this video, which I think is the episode 4. So tomorrow we've got episode 5, which is Wednesday. That's the 8th of January 2025. So this will be episode 5, where we talk about different types of warfare tactics that are used, so we can identify them. And we talk about, we'll usually typically find one of, this is some of the slides from the show that we do on the Wednesday. Join us for that, definitely. 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern time we go live. But we go through all the different warfare tactics. These are the conventional ones. I talk about fourth dimensional. A lot of this information is taken from my Ultimate Prepping Guide. There's a whole chapter on there, Surviving World War III. That book's going to be launched later in this quarter, in the first part of the year. Obviously today we've launched the Winter Prepping Guide. Which looks like this for those that have just joined us. So Winter Prepping Guide went out today to the VIP Patreon members and stuff. So this is what we got going on tomorrow, though, Wednesday. And what we tend to do is talk about all the different types of warfare tactics. And we were trying to get a bit of feedback tonight as to which one we're going to pick out tomorrow to talk about in great depth. Previously, we've done drone warfare in great depth, and we've also done on one of the fifth dimensional warfare tactics. We've got the electromagnetic warfare we talked about on the last one. But since the last two Wednesdays have been Christmas Day and New Year's Day respectively, tomorrow is our first day back with our Warzone Wednesday. So wear your onesie, because don't forget it's all about wearing your onesie on the Warzone Wednesday, or your bedroom attire. We've got to be super comfortable while we're talking about super uncomfortable topics, such as how to survive World War III. So, the power of blue tack over the camera. A nice ghillie suit. I love the fact that it's all going off. I mean, camouflage, shape, shine, shadow, texture. I forget them all, but you've got all the things that make up what camouflage should be. Robert McNamara there. One of our only elite Patreon member. Have you checked out the winter prepping guide yet, Robert? I have an awesome set of camo hoodie and pants. Basically like a ghillie suit. Love it. You can just shove leaves in you. Best escape in a vacate is don't get caught. Yeah. So don't take any advice from P. Diddy. Don't forget your umbrella for hiding. Great one, Carolyn. It is good actually for thermal cameras. If you hold an umbrella in front of you, it works pretty well. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. No one's got any specific requests for what to talk about tomorrow on the Warzone Wednesday, so I'll probably just decide myself. I'll pick one of these that I'm in the mood to talk about, unless there's something that's trending at the moment. Information warfare, propaganda and stuff, that is something I'm really want to talk about. There's also elements of the artificial intelligence, the cyber warfare and AI emerging artificial intelligence part of warfare tactics is another important one. We could talk about that tomorrow. So it might be one of those. Perhaps we should start with the fifth dimensional warfare tactics, go through those first, since they're in full effect right now around the world, because you've got economic warfare. So I think we'll probably, let's clear the list of fifth dimensional warfare tactics first. Since we've done the drone warfare and we've done the electromagnetic warfare already, we'll probably go for either information, psychological, or cyber warfare as one of the ones tomorrow. I'll see how I feel in the morning when I wake up, because I have to write the show and do the slides and all the rest of it, right? So we'll see tomorrow. It'll be one of those. You looked at some, it's great. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. If I went nude, everyone would look away. Boom, stealth. Like it. Do you know what? When I was a kid, there was the Invisible Man came out, and I was always fascinated by the concept of the Invisible Man, and always used to ponder to myself what I would do if I was the Invisible Man. Would you go into a bank and steal a load of money, or these sort of like lame things? It's like, that was the least of my thoughts, imagining if I was an invisible man. Let me know live in the chat if you're brave enough, what you would do if you were invisible, like with the joke I was making about the Harry Potter cloak. Oh man, let's have a look, because I've got some more things that I haven't got through yet. What are we missing? Oh yeah, this is interesting. I came across this week. Did you know in London? How rude is this, right? Let me know your thoughts on it. But talking of World War III, right? Cheers, everyone. And please hit the like button if you haven't done already. Do you know what, right? The road that the Russian embassy is on in London, W2, West 2, City of Westminster, right? The road that the Russian embassy is on, they've changed the road name to Kiev Road. No messing about. They changed it to Kiev Road. How rude is that? Let me know your thoughts on that live in the chat. I just think it's rude. Thank you, Daily Survival. She's had a good show tonight. Thank you for being our moderator of all moderators, my darling. I just found the paperclip. He's got it in his evading kit. Brilliant. Did you see the paperclip thing, Dean? Were you there for the paperclip thought-provoking thing? Do you have to not wear clothes to be invisible? I think that was the idea, Carolyn, wasn't it? On that original Invisible Man thing. I forget who played that. Proper bowl cut 1970s dude with the big flare trousers, right? I forget what his name is, who did the Invisible Man, the original one. But I think, didn't he have to be naked to be the Invisible Man? It's just the start, what, being invisible, being naked. What exactly is biometric identification? Will the UK government implemented? They already have Yorkshire Pud. You're so 2022. That's so 2021. It's not even funny. I did a whole show on that in 2021 that it was already using biometric identification, man. Okay, so we'll do a full show about that as well. There's lots of people who haven't got the memo. Oh, he didn't see the paperclip thing. Well, the paperclip thing, Dean, was like a thought experiment, which we like to do now and again for like prepping and survival, just to sort of get your juices flowing, really. But what we were asking was like, if you're given $1 million, right, to hide a paperclip from a detective that's going to have 7 days to find it, where are you going to hide it? So the thing is this is going to be in your property, in your home or whatever, right? Just imagine it. And you've got to take a paperclip and you've got to hide it somewhere. And this detective's going to have 7 days, like 24/7 for 7 days trying to find it. So you're going to have to hide it well. But you are going to have to retrieve it yourself at some point to prove that you had it hidden all the time. You didn't just eat it or something, right? And it gone forever. So that was the paperclip thing that we were talking about, which I thought was interesting. Invisible Man forgot to take his Prince Albert out. Amazing. In the paperclip box says my 2 up 2 down castle. A lot of people said that. I do love each and every one of you. You're such a wonderful Wolfpack bunch. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I do appreciate you. I know it's been a long old show, and I know you're all tired, but come on, we can get through it. We can get through it. Check this out though. I thought of Robert McNamara when I saw this, because this is an RV that came unstuck on the highway. Look, it's a fifth wheeler by the looks of it, so one that's towed behind a 4x4 or something. But look at the state of it, man. It's so sad to see. I mean, this is like awful. Look at the state of it, and their stuff is just sprawled out everywhere across the road. So those involved in van life, and they've got the RV as their bug out vehicle. I mean, look at it, man. When it goes wrong, this is your whole home here. Look, people literally on the street just helping to collect all the stuff up and put it in a big pile of your stuff sprawled across the highway, man. Let us know how you feel about that. But so, you know, what can I tell you? Not a good look, right? So do bear in mind if you're playing around celebrities with your... But check this out. I've got to show you this as well, as it just fascinates me, and we ask ourselves the question why. Their soul. So celebrities who sold their souls basically to the dev. Doja Cat, right? Look at the state of it before and after. Look. Can we see if we might have to see if we can zoom in a little bit. Can we zoom to Phil? It might be too... we're not going to see their name, are we, with that? Who's this? Hold on. Nah, it's no good. We have to uncheck zoom to Phil. It's a Bad Bunny look. Before. Bad Bunny after. Look at the old third eye and all that business. This is Bad Bunny as well. Look at the state of it. Oh, what? What's going on here? This is Lady Gaga. Look how beautiful she was then before messing about. And look at the state of it now, all carved up and shit. It's like, man, look at the horns. It's just blatant. It's blatant. Sam Smith, this is classic, man. Check him out. Look, like lovely lad, super talented, lovely singer. Look at the state of it. Look at the state of it. What's going on, right? Is this some ritual shit? What is it? Melanie Martinez as well. Check out the state of this business. Come on, girlfriend. Again, super attractive to start off with. And what's this all about? There's nothing more beautiful than natural human beauty, I tell you. There's no reason to mess about yourself. There's not even any reason to get a tattoo at this point. I'd tape it to someone else's car. As long as you can get it back, Carolyn, you got to get it back again, don't forget. Yeah. Oh man, it's so lovely to have you all with us. They look like they were using Suburban to haul that massive camper. Is their problem? Yeah, definitely. It's not a good look though, is it, Robert? It's got to make you a little bit nervous when you're out in your RV. I know you've just had a tree land on yours, or a branch at least. So this is something I talked about briefly on New Year's Eve, talking about New Year's Day and the fact that I started Secret Prepper brand on the 1st of April because it is New Year's Day, if you know what you're talking about. Because it used to be 13 months, 28 days each with one neutral day, which was the end of it before it became April, the new year. And so this is how the months used to be. Sol is the missing month, S-O-L. And of course you've got August, you've got September, which is Sept, Latin, October, 8th, Oct, 8, Nove, 9 in Italian, Diece, yeah, December, in 10, or decimeter, 10th of a meter, so on. January, February, March, right? So it used to be 13 months, 28 days each, and the 28 days followed the moon cycle, followed the sun. The sun rotates as well itself in our solar system. It takes 28 days to do a full rotation, so it's not a coincidence. 4 weeks, 4 sevens, 28. It was all perfect until they came along and ruined it all. But anyway, I just thought it was funny that I came across that, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I was talking to the guys about that the other day. Check this out, right? Again, all part of that, being able to act quickly in a preparedness and a survival situation. I've got to ask you the question, guys. What do you do? Tell me your thoughts. What do you do in this situation, right? You are going to get carved to pieces in this stuff. Don't forget, I was living in Thailand when the 2004 Asian tsunami happened. And I saw some pictures and I saw some videos from my Thai friends at the time showing me some real carved up stuff with all the debris that's in the water. And if you get in amongst that, you're getting chopped to pieces, believe me. It's not a good look, right? And so it's just an interesting one to put yourself in that position. You're literally stranded on top of the vehicle and it's running fast as hell. And you know that your time is going to be short. The minute you land in that, you ain't swimming out of that at all, right? And it's just a losing battle. Fascinating stuff. So let us know live in the chat how you feel about that. I'm always nervous on the interstate, talking about with the RV, the recreational vehicle, camper van. I would be as well. Nothing like owing the devil, eh? Says Purple Flurple, innit? It's nasty. So many accidents lately. Do people know how to drive? Read, I know it's worrying, isn't it? Those damn Gregorian monks with their solar calendars. It was actually not Julius Caesar. It was Matey Boy when he came into power. The Julian calendar. Something like that. When they changed it up. Looks like he's doing exactly what you should do. What else can you do, Dean, innit? Right, he handled that well. Hope he made it. Yeah, I did. I did look for comments, but no one knew if he made it or not. Team Wolf. Love it, Flat Cap. Great to have you with us, my man. So next up then is this one. Just some more slipping and sliding. I think, did we see this one earlier? We did already, didn't we? But just as a reminder to make sure you're always assuming it's slippery. Look, imagine doing that. How embarrassing, right next to the sheriff's car on the highway. Coming properly unstuck, man. And these people are lucky. And you know, even something like this where you're on your own, you're still going to end up spending hours and hours on the interstate or on the highway or on the motorway waiting for help to arrive. Freezing cold, which is why it's so important you get yourself the Winter Prepping Guide by Sigma Prepper. Just released today. 40 pages, 42 pages of absolute beautifulness. Made just for you because I love you, with a wonderful list of everything you should keep in your car, so even if you do come unstuck, it's all right, it's all good in the hood, it's all here for you. I did the hard work so that you don't have to, so go and download it. If you're a VIP Patreon member, go and check it out on Patreon. You'll see the link there. If you're a YouTube member or just become a YouTube member, whoosh, thank you to those that have. You'll see that as well as a members only post on my YouTube channel, so you can share the love and get yourself prepared, and feel free to share it with your friends and family if you're a VIP and you've downloaded it. No problem at all. I think we've seen this one as well, haven't we, already, with the car sliding down the hill? So I think we're doing all right. I think we're doing all right. This is a good one. I have a heart on my forehead, says this little staffy. Look how cute that little heart on his forehead is. Look. Good for you, says the cat. How unfortunate is that? And don't forget, please do share your animals and your pets over on the Discord server. Thank you so much. So there's our beautiful Maya. Look, with what's that one's name? Stella, is it? Yes, Stella. I always get them mixed up. So lovely one of Maya and Stella there. What a beautiful pair. Check these out. Wonderful to see. Thank you so much, Robert, for sharing. But do get your pets in there. We've got Purple Flurple, look, with JD snuggled up in his jumper. Beautiful to see. We need to give it some Wolfpack love. Bosh. So get your pets over in there. Don't forget, after the show, we'll be checking out the VIP after party over in this room here. You can jump in here and you can basically speak and we can have conversations and stuff. So do join us if you're a VIP Patreon member over on Discord server. But anyone can join Discord. It's completely free. Thank you to Parko11 as our most recent subscriber joiner. There's a complete, absolute knowledge base of all these different rooms, protection, security, off-grid power, health and medicine, you name it. There's so much information. It's a complete knowledge base of prepping and survival. And the fact that it's free and it took me so long to make it and everyone else to help contribute to it, it's definitely worth getting logged in and having some fun in there for free. And like I said, links in the description below. But check it out. Talking to people completely and utterly losing the plot. This is Madonna. This is I've never had so much third party cringe by proxy as watching this. How cringe is this? Is Madonna. Look at her go. It's just, oh, it makes me feel like, oh, it's so cringe. Look how cringe it is. Oh no, what's happening? Oh no, I can't see it anymore. It's nasty. Oh, Madonna, what has she done? It's such a disaster. Let me know what you're feeling on that in the live chat is, because dear oh me. Just retire, woman, says Sandy, innit? Do chickens count as pets? Of course they do, my two up to down. We love to see chickens. We talk about chickens all the time in the after parties because people are sharing their advice on how to get them to lay more eggs and things like this. We love chickens. Bradley Smith says it best. WT fucking F. Oh man, it's so nasty. And the levels of third party cringe is just... Let me know if you're feeling this one. Payday feels like years away. 30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except for January, which has about 70 fucking 100. Let me know if you're feeling it. I'm not getting paid until the 23rd of January, and I'm not even going to get paid from this channel. Administrative error. So I'm lich on fumes, apart from anyone who does any PayPal or Streamlabs or something like that. I am absolutely buggered. I don't think you're supposed to use that word anymore, but I'm in a bit of a bad place this situation for January. I shouldn't have reminded myself of that, but never mind. Anyway, so I'm glad I bet a lot of people are feeling it with this one. January has about 70 fucking 100 days. Doesn't it feel like it does? Oh man. And I think we're down to our... Yes. Here we go. We're down to our last video for the night. This is another one just showing with the weather conditions and the winter weather with the floods and things, and just how you can completely mess your vehicle up by going too fast, thinking you can beat a flood by going bosh. He just lost his number plate there. But this is kind of what we're dealing with. Not a good look. Don't be speeding through it because your car will conk out because the engine needs air to breathe. So by doing that, you're just going to get air in there. You're going to get water in the air intake box. Block your filters. even maybe get into carburetors, which is even worse. All in all, not a good look. Just you need to be either in a vehicle that can handle it. Not that. I don't know, is he going to make it? I think he's made it. Look, this is all right. You see, he's got a snorkel. I said this to a friend of mine a few weeks ago, and it's like, what's a snorkel? I thought everyone knew what a snorkel was. When you live in Thailand, a lot of people, you have a snorkel on your truck because you get a lot of floods. But you see sticking up to the left-hand side of the windscreen or the windshield, you'll see there's a thing sticking up. That's a snorkel. It's like a breathing pipe for the engine to breathe the air in, even though from the bottom it would be water. And you can see it here as well. You see that on the side? That's a snorkel. So if you've got a snorkel, you've got more chance of getting through because you know your engine's not going to be breathing in water rather than air in the combustion cycle. So yeah, don't be doing that. One less idiot on the road out there. My sick pay is going to screw me up. Oh, my darling. Yeah, I think everyone's feeling it big time in January. And I think December and January is historically really bad for creators anyway on YouTube. There's just not a lot of activity happens over Christmas. So it's very difficult for creators to survive through the winter time, especially people like me who this is all I've got. I don't have a full-time job or even a part-time job outside of this. So yeah, fumes. Literally flooded it. It drowned. Absolutely. Used to have a Ford Ranger. It used to float trying to go through floods. Floating's not a good look. Have we got through all our videos for tonight? I think we have now. I don't think we've missed any. Well done, Drew. You've done such a wonderful job. Right. So we are now going to our after party after the show, which is over here in the VIP Wolfpack area. You see VIP text chat. You got the VIP voice chat. If you can't see these rooms, it's probably because you're not a VIP supporter. If you are a VIP supporter and you're paying on Patreon and things like that, and you think you should be here and you're not, then when you're signed in here, just send me a DM. You'll see me up the top there. Sigma Pepper, send me a direct message. Just say, hook me up, dude. Hook me up because I'm a patron and I'll know. So thank you so much. Doobly89 in the house. Just join the server. Let's give you some Wolfpack love. Bosh. Don't forget, leading up to Christmas, we were doing public after parties. We will be doing one this month for January. These are the public after parties here, which we do for people who aren't supporting members. Just now and again, we get together, but typically it's VIP members only. So, like I say, on the channel, I did do a video earlier today, just promoting, not really promoting, because it's only for the VIPs at the moment. But just pushing out the winter prepping guide by Sigma Prepper, launched today. As you can see, the date here, 7th of January 2025 is the day. A week later, more than that, a month later than I wanted it to be launched, but here we are. The winter prepping guide. Go and get it downloaded and get it saved now while you can, while it's free. I did it for you because I love you. It's massive. It's got loads of stuff in here. Should be a good read. Let us know your thoughts if you've already downloaded it on the comment section of the video that I put out associated with it. And please do share these videos. It's the only way we can grow here on Sigma Prepper. YouTube really doesn't like putting this channel out, so anything you can do to help me is super appreciated. Yikes, is it that time? Got work in the morning. Good night, my absolute beautiful Emma. Hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget, tomorrow we have the Warzone Wednesday, so don't miss that. That's going to be a great show. I can predict that already. It's going to be wonderful. Lots to talk about. Bring with you any information or things you want to talk about tomorrow for the Warzone Wednesday, episode 5. I'll get that scheduled tomorrow. You'll see it pop up on your feed. We'll be going live at 10 p.m. UK time. That'll be about 5 p.m. Eastern time for the Warzone Wednesday. Bring your onesie. Be as comfortable as possible while we're talking about uncomfortable topics such as that. I hope you've all had a wonderful night. Thank you to each and every one of you who've been with me tonight. Thank you, Miss Worm. So you doing? I wanted to be free online daily telegraph sub. Oh yes, sorry, Miss Worm. I've got so many people I haven't replied to. I've got about 6 people on WhatsApp that I'm going to be doing voice messages to probably tomorrow and catch up. Say sorry, I've had to do my Mad Professor book writing thing that I do. People who know me behind the scenes know I do this thing. I turn into like what they call Mad Professor, and they don't see me for like weeks where I'm just wearing my bedroom robe. Don't get dressed or undressed. I'm just every day writing or building something, and I go missing for a week or two. So I'm back now. The book's finished. So I'm back to normal life, and I'll start getting back to everyone and replying to people. And so, yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us. We're going to go and check out over on the after party. So come and join us over there. Stay safe and peeps. Thanks, Bradley Smith. Great to see you, my man. And thanks for the membership. That was Full of Hope, I think, did the membership. Was it? I can't remember. I think it was Bradley. Yeah, Full of Hope. Thank you again, Full of Hope, for doing the gift memberships. I really appreciate you. And thank you to all of our V.I.P patrons that made it happen. Couldn't do it without you. It's become such a wonderful place to be, and it's because of you and because the knowledge we share with each other and things like this is how we end up making sure that we can survive in a crisis when most people probably will struggle. But what can I tell you? My tea is empty, so I'm going to go and make a new one, and I'll see you over in the after party on Discord. For those that know what I'm talking about, I shall see you there. But in the meantime, what can I tell you? You've been such a wonderful bunch. Please hit the like button on the way out. I've been Drew, the Steamer Prepper. You've been an absolute wonderful, beautiful. Love, peace, and progress to the pack.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed. From a single lone woman to a family of 5. Learn from Sigma Prepper and see how you can thrive. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing. Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed.